Hail, hail, welcome to the Homeboys Live podcast. I'm, of course, Joe McCann. It is Friday, the 22nd of November. I am joined by a man that's there. He's always there, Scott McCorry. How are you, sir?
Aye, yep. I'm doing well, buddy. How you doing?
I'm good. It's taking a bitterly cold turn here lately. And I've been getting over a
I'll be that weather, mate.
that'll be the weather, that'll be nature doing its thing. And I've been getting over a cold now for about a week, so if I happen to fucking either start coughing at the mic, I'll try not to tonight, but I'll do the best I can. But speaking of cold, there's a man. There's an Inuit scene in Wishaw.
Slave from the Wishaw igloo.
Some cunts nicked the boiler.
How are you, Jabo?
Aye, freezing.
I want to let the folks in and know your woe.
Aye, the boiler went to blink this morning, and the earliest an engineer can come out is tomorrow between 12 and 4.
Oh, fuck.
One day I'll be holding the fort while I'll be on the rattler to Edinburgh.
Happy days. And we're joined by Ding Dang Do, Marty Flynn.
I'm here and I'm always here, and God bless every last one of me.
You are here. No Liam this week. Liam's off somewhere doing something. Not allowed to speak about it.
Don't mention the war.
Liam Power is the financial Jason Bourne. That's all we know.
Yeah, so quiet.
Here, lads. Honestly, don't mention that thing that you know nothing about.
It was a bit like, what? Oh, a second. Is this guy in the right group chat?
So for the listeners' benefit, Liam come on to our group chat to them, but listen, I can't come on there, but whatever you do, don't mention this thing here. And we all went, well, if you hadn't fucking said anything we didn't know about it anyway, so what the fuck did you bar your hole for, you heck you? Fucking keep steam.
Love a bit of attention, doesn't Liam? Doesn't he? So, start the show off, bit of housekeeping. We, of course, last week launched our Christmas fundraiser, our appeal, upon which we raise money, give it direct to people in need at this time of year in Dublin, Belfast, and Glasgow. Of course, every year this becomes a raffle because we like to make it worthwhile. Not that anybody really gives a shit about the prizes. Sometimes the prizes don't even get fucking picked up, but we always like to have a list of prizes, and we are very, very lucky that people are very kind to donate things to us, we kind of get an influx of people going like, here, have this, I can get that for you. So shout out to everybody out there. It's like, you know, a lot of people, these people we would know, but some people we don't know. You know what I mean? And they just come through Twitter or through Green Sky or whatever the fuck and say, unless I've got this, I'm going to give this to you. So we're kind of going to cover that now. I mean, at the minute, we're sitting at about what? Nearly 800 quid, is it? If I am correct? On the Just Giving page.
It's nearly a grand, I think. It was just under a grand.
So we always set an aim for about, like, the first year we set an aim for $1,000 and we fucking superseded this. So we always set an aim for about $3,000. And that's not like we must get to $3,000. It's just fucking, you've got to set a limit when you do these things, and that's how it works. So we're going to kind of get down to business and go through the raffle prizes not there, and we're going to do a bit of talking about some of the things that we have, you know, helped, or people we have helped in the past, you know, so on projects that we've supported. So Scott, are you going to fire up the list of prizes there so I can read them off so we can give
tell you, it's right there. You could just add it to the stage itself.
I know, but I like to think I have a beautiful assistant. You know what I mean? Like, you can be by Debbie McGee. I mean,
well, fucking beautiful. Well, that beautiful that we're off here to fucking put it up.
Put the cameras on, all right. So our list of prizes so far, and there's a couple of the actual ones that we're going to talk about in a second. Prize number one, these are just not in any particular order, I suppose, is Ryder Cup limited edition Elijah Craig official bourbon that I brought all the way from North Carolina, courtesy of my sister. They do this like one batch type of bourbon. It's fucking lovely. So they drink of water. 2 Celtic Cuffias is recently worn by Kneecap and everybody else has ever met PJ. Celtic frame print, a Maradona frame print. I think they're both coming from Social Recluse, if I am not mistaken.
Yep.
2 Club Celtic lounge tickets for Submarine game on Sunday, January 5th. Adult and child ticket in next to the boys. Game to be confirmed. Bottle of Bushmills Black Bush Irish whiskey. Match ticket voucher for the Cato Foundation. So that'll be 2 adults, 2 kids. The cuddly toy of the Homeboys yearly raffle. St. John Higgins queue. Brother Walford Memorial plaque donated by Marty Flynn. Good luck with the postage there, Martin. Celtic tour for a family of 4 from Davy McLaughlin. I mean, that's kind of like, we should put that in. We go, oh, here, listen, do you want a tour with Davy McLaughlin? Sorry about that. So Davy will do the tour. Club 67 lounge ticket for use at 2 league games from Adelante. So he's 3 of those. 3 television subs if you have a Fire Stick. 3 12-month subs for anybody who has a Fire Stick. A pair of men's Ray-Ban sunglasses and a pair of ladies' Ray-Ban sunglasses. So that is the actual list of prizes you get if you pay a $5 into the Just Giving page. So every $5 is a ticket. Say if you put 15 quid in or 50 quid, whatever, you get that amount of tickets, and that's how it works. And then we'll do the draw live here and on just before Christmas, probably last week of Christmas, and it'll be the usual absolute clusterfuck that it is nearly every single year. But people will get their prizes, be all right, and all the money will go to good causes. Are we going to mention the other prizes now? Or are we going to do that?
Might as well. So, as we know, Marty Fashion, good friend of the show, he's been on the show, president of the Los Angeles Celtic Supporters Club, kindly donated, and he's done it for the last 2 years. So that's 3 years in a row. We've got a Versace ladies handbag, and it got delivered here last week. So he sent me the link, and I googled it, right, and it's valued. Well, it cost $2,650. It was sent straight to the Versace shop. So no one to be pricks over this, but it's really valuable, and we're going to try and do like a bonus ball, like 10 or a number, 100 numbers. So watch out for that. We'll send links out, and obviously the degenerates that listen to this, a female Versace handbag, right? You might get some kudos at Christmas. Some of you might not even have a bird or whatever, and it's like so.
You slowly sad bastard sitting at home listening to this shit.
So we're trying to reach the female community or any males that are transgendered or anything. Anything comes under that auspices or whatever. Anybody that likes walking about with a lady's handbag anyway, we're going to do like a bonus ball, 100 numbers, and get a 10 or a number. Now I'll get £1,000. And I'm pretty sure it will. So it'll be a Christmas present, like an absolute cracker, you know. So that, and also been kindly donated to Paul Flynn, a signed Everton shirt with the full team, and it's got the certificate of authentication. So a lot of people listening to this, it wouldn't be the first thing that they would look for. So I'm going to try and reach out to my group chats and that with Evertonians and do like a £5 or a number there. And obviously it'll be shared here as well. People can do that as well. The money will be getting sent into the same Just Giving page, but we'll just get you to put a reference Versace or a reference with Everton when you put it in, and your £5 or your £10 will be donated to that aspect of it, and hopefully we'll get an extra maybe 1,500 quid or whatever. You know, we're just trying to maximise what we can give out to help the needy. And it's not like us being selfish or anything. We've just seen the value of these. Obviously, the Everton strip, the value of it means more to Evertonians than it would be to most people listening to a Celtic podcast. And the Versace handbag is an absolute belter. So we reckon we could get a wee bit more dough for that. Hence the reason why we've pulled them out the main raffle, and we're going to do them separately. So I hope everybody's okay with that, which I'm sure everybody will be. As you say, the prizes are second. It's just getting the money in so that it can go and help the needy. So that's all the prizes covered, Joe. So I don't know if you want to.
So I've got one more prize, and again, this is going to be the same sort of deal where you've kind of the idea will be you put in your £5, I suppose, of Just Giving, and you mark it with, you know, the particular ticket you want for this prize. So we donated a pair of Air Jordan 1 High Zoom CMFT Pumpkin Space trainers, right? So a good friend of mine up in Belfast, Eddie McLaughlin, is involved in that, and so DJ scene, the breakdancing scene, hip hop scene, and he knows a lot of these mad sneaker collectors that collect all these sneakers, and these are retailing like as sort of second hand for €320 online. So we were like, we might just make those a separate sort of thing. Now the thing is they're 9.5, but it's more of a kind of a niche item as opposed to a degree, because they're 9.5. But I mean, it's a collector's item, and I suppose if you give them somebody who's 9.5, that'll do the job. But they're just very, very rare. And he just said, here, take them. So thank you very much to Eddie McLaughlin. He's very involved in the BDS stuff in Belfast as well. So that's kind of the lowdown on the kind of raffle and the giving, because again, like Jason said, we're just trying to maximize the potential. It gets harder and harder every year. I had a discussion the other day with a lady I link in with every year, and she was just fucking telling me about some of the families that she's come into contact with, and I suppose that's as good a time as any, Marty, to kind of go down the Geldof route and start talking about the impact these things have.
Listen, the listeners in this of our podcast are ridiculously generous. And like that we have not just given sitting at nearly £1,000 already. I mean, it's only it's only halfway through November, you know, so it's incredible already the generosity that we've seen, both in terms of donations and also in terms of prizes that have been handed over. Like the fucking prizes are them 2 pairs of Ray-Ban glasses must cost fucking I don't know what the fuck, just the glasses. Do you know what I mean? So look, like it doesn't really get any easier, and I listened to Clay the odd time, and I heard them fucking on the day moaning about your man Gordon Duncan was saying that when he started doing the Clay Christmas fucking appeal, that levels of poverty in Glasgow had started when he started doing this show, however the fuck long he's doing it. 1 in 4 children in Glasgow were in poverty. It's now 1 in 2. So it goes to show that like the society that we live in is just fucked. And if we can help a family or 2 or 3 or 4 or 10 or 15 have a fucking decent Christmas this year, I mean, that's really all this is for. We don't take a penny. We never ask Homeboys listeners to pay for the show. You'll never see us on a fucking Substack or a fucking OnlyFans or whatever the fuck you use to get money off people.
Homeboys OnlyFans would actually fucking work, I reckon. You're gonna make more money off that, by exactly.
Fuck me, you're fucking wreck.
Me and a balaclava and some ice.
You'll never hear us asking you to pay for the show. We pay for it ourselves because, frankly, we don't think we create content enough that will be worth paying for. So all we ask,
we're the opposite of L'Oreal.
Yeah, we're not. So all we ever ask of our listeners is at this time of the year, please give us a hand. We don't give a fuck what you give us. Nobody cares. It's it's just a small amount to get you into the raffle. If you want to give more, and if you have more, if you have the ability to give more, that's amazing. If you want to give a praise, that's great too. And every single wingding of that money will be straight out into a family, either at Christmas time here, or as we've actually done quite successfully last year, made interventions throughout the year because we actually made that much money. The listeners were so generous that we were able to hold money back that fed children over the summer when they had no food. They were suffering from school, summertime poverty because they had no school dinners. Our listeners did that in the spirit of Celtic. The penny dinner tables being established to help feed poor children. We're doing exactly the same thing ridiculously almost 150 years later. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So again, give us your fucking money.
Fuck the post office. Somebody said as well, fuck post office.
People are fucking dying here, So it's not a lot of money we ask for. We never ask for subs for the cost of the show, which we meet ourselves, we pay ourselves, so that you can have a bit of crack over the year on a Friday night or whenever the fuck we manage to drag our holes into the same fucking hemisphere to get this done, to give you a bit of enjoyment and to make you annoyed and to get you shouting at your fucking TVs and computers and whatever else, wherever you're watching this on. So all we ever ask is just to hand us over a £5, at this time of year. I mean, I've been in people's houses where we give £500. I can't remember if it was last year or the year before. The wee family whose child had a family with a child with a life-limiting disease. A couple of days before Christmas, I went up and handed them over the cash, walked out of the house after having a quick chat with them. And about 6 or 8 months later, the woman of the family died. I was in a bar, and I was standing in the bar, fucking minding my own business, and I just felt 2 arms around me. And he just gave me a massive hug. I didn't even fucking see him coming. He didn't speak. He didn't say anything. He just gave me a huge hug. And when he released me and I realised who it was, and he was full up, his eyes were full of tears, and he just walked away. And that was it. And I knew what he was on about, and we don't tell anybody. Obviously we do this on the QT, and we don't broadcast what families we support and whatever else. So he didn't broach the subject, and I didn't broach the subject either, but I knew exactly why he did that. And the listeners give us the ability to impact on that family at a very stressful time of year. And so I knew that was appreciated. I knew that it had made a difference. And so that's all we're asking you for again, is to give us the ability to do this again. You know, this year, and we always link in with people who, you know, we try our best to reach out to families that we know directly who may need a hand, but we also link in with organisations too who know the families who need a hand. And Joe in particular would do that down in Dublin with some of the families. And Jason's always very good at pointing out 50% stays in Scotland and 50% comes to Ireland. So, you know, it is in the spirit of Celtic, it's in the spirit of Celticness and brotherhood and sisterhood at this fucking awful fucking time, you know. And as I say, everybody has hard weeks. We all have hard weeks, like, you know, and my payday's not till next Thursday, and I'm literally counting the fucking days until my pay comes in, you know, and I'm rich, you know, I have a good job and whatever else. So if I'm thinking it fucking tight, Jesus Christ of Almighty, what the fuck are some families going through?
Yeah.
You know, and as I say, every penny goes the right way. Every penny will impact somebody worth impacting this Christmas, and so that's all we ask. Throw a couple of bob into the Just Giving. You'll get amazing praises as a result, and we can't, honest to God, like, I'm shocked every year at the praises and how generous people are and how people go out of their way to get us stuff, and it's just amazing. And it's nice to be involved with, you know, and we keep you as updated as we go. And I you know, as we do these, we'll let you know who's getting them. We'll never reveal anybody's personal circumstances or make a family identifiable. We are happy to tell you what the impact is and how the families are being supported. So look, you'll hear from us. You'll hear from the horse's mouth. So Sinead, and look, I have no doubt we'll raise a lot of money this year because we always do. And so I'm really looking forward to doing the Santa bit.
I'm just putting the link here into the comments. People are asking, just so a bit of a timestamp there.
Yeah. One of the things to say as well, a mate of mine phoned me up. He was actually over in Bergamo with me. I mean, Jerry, he works in a homeless shelter. And he'd forgot all about it, and he phoned me up. He says, fuck, he says, been with you about 3 times. He said, I forgot to say to you. He says, I don't like asking, mate, but he says, remember last year that few £100 you gave us? And I was like, aye. He says, is there any chance it can be reciprocated this year? I says, of course, just you've caught us at the good time, though. We're running the raffle, and basically, he had basically a kitty there for buying like fag papers and stuff like that for the guys and the women in the homeless shelter. And it ran out. And he says, I hadn't even thought of that, but he says, that few £100 got us by like a good few months, you know, just having a wee kitty there, just for small things like a can of deodorant or whatever, you know, just for what people would need. And they would come down and they would ask Jerry, like, is there anything there? And he would say, aye, I've got a kit, I'll get some delivered to. And he says, I just went in it, and he says there was none left. And he says, I don't like asking. I says, no, of course, mate. It's stuff like that, you know, that people genuinely have got nothing. You know, they've got absolutely nothing. And it's just a couple of quid here and a couple of quid there, but we give it to the right people that we trust, and that money is getting passed on. And as I say, there was one, I was at Mass Christmas Eve. It was just midnight Mass. It's kind of done away with our chapel, so it was like 7 o'clock. I was walking out and was talking to a guy, and he says, his brother, his benefits had been cut, and he'd lost his partner no long before. And I'm like, fucking hell. So I phoned the boys up, and we had a few £100 sitting there. So I went, took it out of the bank, and got my mate to give me a lift there, chapped his door, went in, had a wee cup of tea with him and that. And I could see him looking, saying, what, I've not seen you for ages here, why are you in here? And I just gave him a wee Christmas card for the Homebhoys. And he went like that just to put it in his mantelpiece. Oh, thanks a lot. And then the money fell out of it. And, see the guy's face. You know, just you can make that wee bit of difference. And this is what we're all about. It's like touching people that we know and what people have reached out to us, and just wee triggers that somebody will mention, and we're like, we always keep it in mind. Like, let's try and sort that family out. Let's try and sort this family out. And also, there's youth organisations and there's youth clubs, etc., that we know they're helping. You know, giving the basics to people, and if we can make their Christmas a little bit better and a little bit more bearable, then that's what it's all about. So, as I say, thanks for the bottom of our hearts for everybody that donates and donates prizes and puts a fiver or a tenner or whatever in the pot. But you can rest assured, and as Marty said, we did really well last year, and we actually had £1,700 left over. So we've got roughly £1,000. I think Liam said last week it was like £850 or something. So we're probably at roughly £1,000. Liam's got the Just Given, and plus we've got the 1,700 to go on top of it. So anything between now and maybe the second week of December, anything between now and then that gets added into it, say we get £3,000, say we get £4,000, that money will be split Scotland and Ireland, and it'll be dished out, and you will make somebody's Christmas, and I guarantee you will, because we've seen it firsthand, the difference it makes, and we can't help everybody. But I was laughing, Marty, when you mentioned Gordon Duncan. I actually listened to, I was there walking toffee, and I had last night's podcast, or maybe it was the nights. Maybe it was the nights, in fact. And maybe it was last, I can't remember. When they were talking about Cash for Kids, what they do, and he says, I can assure you 100% of the money donated goes to the families. I don't believe that for a minute.
No, it's not true. It's not true, because Cash for Kids employs
staff.
staff.
Executives and that running it and stuff like that.
I've been through Cash for Kids in Belfast. That's not true.
Aye.
It's not true. 100% of your donation doesn't go to fucking thing, because they employ staff, and the staff costs come out of it. So it's not true.
So 100% of our donations and the people that donate to us goes where it should go. 100%. There isn't a penny took for anything. So, as I say, you can rest assured that we're just trying to do a good thing here, and that's what we run the podcast for. And we've got a wee group chat, and when people like the guy Fiscal Bride, the boy Sean, they donated the 2 pair of Ray-Bans, we were like, fucking hell, unbelievable. He's like, do you want gents or ladies? And he gave us both, and just amazing, what people reach out to us and just donate to us, just brilliant. What Marty sends over, what through his contracts, a fucking brand new Versace handbag every year for the last 3 years, thousands of pounds, just hand it to us, just do what he's worth out, boys, See Linda's face when she opens it, oh, that's a beauty. I'm like, buy a ticket. Buy a ticket. How much are they, a tenner? I'm not buying that.
Fucking thing's worth $2,000.
I know. She will buy them. A couple.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. No, it's just, it's this time of year, I suppose, as the years go on, like, you definitely feel like you need a bit of a boost for your faith in humanity and society, particularly this year, I think, and kind of togetherness. And so we live in a very sort of neoliberal world, and everybody's kind of individualized, and there's a lot of fucking people, very introspective, and I think sense of community and cohesion and stuff is on a shaky peg sometimes. So to do things like this kind of really puts a real big smile on your face and fills your heart up, because this is the time of year when people really, really need someone to give a fuck. Because if you're in that sort of part of society, you're on that level where all this celebration and money and affluence and wealth and spending is going around you, and you're not part of it, it's fucking soul destroying. It can take away a lot of your fucking self-confidence, your self-esteem, because it's we've met people who've just like, I can't afford Christmas, can't afford it, and you're going like, well, let us help you. You know what I mean? And the human aspect of that is the people realize, fuck, people actually out there do give a fuck. I mean, because it can feel very lonely when you're fucking skint.
And Joe, you've got some of the best stories when you've actually went to people's doors with bags of Christmas presents, chapped their door and walked away.
Mm-hmm. Numerous times, rocked up the door completely unannounced and just kind of explained what was going on, and just to the bewilderment of people who are going like, what? And I'm like, yeah, this is for use, and this is because of this, and I explained it to them. These people don't give a fuck about podcasts. They're not going to give a fuck about Celtic. This is very much like, listen, this is for you because you've been identified through people we know. You could use a helping hand this Christmas. And fucking turn on my heel and fuck off, and they never see me again. I mean, I don't hang about fucking playing Father Christmas. I mean, not bouncing kids in my knee. Fuck off.
Filming up on YouTube and likes and stuff like that. Become a social influencer. That's not our style.
It's a 6-minute conversation at the very most, and I'm like, I'll see you. Have a good Christmas. And that's it. And then I like to think when I drive home, going, do you know what gives you the best feeling when I've done things like that? There is that when I'm on the drive home, I just think about the buzz in the living room and in the house that you've left behind. You know what I mean?
Aye.
And that really fucking makes me think, you know what, fucking yes, because you just know they're buzzing. Right?
There was one of the houses I went to in West Belfast, and so wife, mother and a daddy, and 3 kids. The middle child has a disability. Family living with a child with a disability, and I rang. It's sort of where their street is. Their house is like on a slope, on a grassy slope down to the house from the road. So I sat in the car and rang the dad and says, "Come out, I need to speak to you." I don't know. I don't know. He must have thought I was going to fucking shoot him or something. He's like, "What the fuck?" And when he walked up the car and I rolled the window down and just handed him the money and drove away. And he was like, "What the fuck?" And he met me about 4 months later. It was the good weather was here, and he said, "You paid our heating the whole winter." He said, "That covered us for the whole winter heating." He says, "What the fuck?" And I says, "Well, sure. It's courtesy of the Homeboys listeners." I said, "It wasn't fucking me. Not my money." You know. And he says that kept us warm in the house.
No, amazing. It's absolutely disgusting, but it's good that we can actually play a wee part and help, some people. And it's horrific when you think about it, but we can only try and do our wee bit, and that's what we're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. And no, that's what the listeners are doing. That's the thing. It's not us. We're only fucking.
Oh no, we're
only middlemen.
We're just a conduit to get it done.
Yeah. So look, as I say, get on to the link, the Just Giving link. I think Scott's posting it up, or no, if you have it, I'll put it on Blue Sky. Somebody can put it on Twitter or whatever else. We'll get it out there tonight, and you can dive in.
And give it a share, folk, and see if anybody sees the post coming up. Do us a wee favour, retweet it and put a wee quote on it, and just tell them you listen to the show and it's for a great cause, etc. Because that'll add a wee bit of weight to it, and just get it shared out on social media so that more people are aware of it, etc. And we'll get some posts out about the Everton one, the Nike trainers, and the Versace bag, and we'll get it shared about.
We should get some pictures up as well. The Versace bag is actually lovely, and I'm not a bag man, but I mean, I can spot good fashion.
Metrosexual yourself, there,
as you well know, Jason, I'm kind of a style icon.
I'm not really sure what that means, to be honest, but it sounded as if it was in the right ballpark there.
Whatever it means, McKenna is the exact fucking opposite.
I am kind of see, but metrosexual used to mean like lads that use like face cream and stuff and got their eyebrows and all done. I'm kind of like that. I mean,
you look like something from a fucking farm. What are you talking about?
That's on a Friday night when you see me. See during the week, I'd be looking slick as Rick, baby. Fucking tell you.
You had a fucking bonfire going in front of your fucking face there 10 minutes ago.
I tell you what that is. That is stress relief incense, my boy.
We need stress relief and fucking incense listening to you.
Well, it's kind of it's for all of us.
What the hell?
For all of us. You know what I mean? Namaste, motherfucker. You know what I mean? So, right. So that's the charity part of the fucking show.
So see before we go, Joe, can I just say a wee bit about Pat Ross? So I was before we get into the football chat and whatever, right? I'll get this over with because it's quite emotional, to be honest with you. One of my good friends' father passed away last night, Pat Ross. And you've probably heard me talk about him in the podcast plenty of times. He was just Mr. Celtic, and he owned the Railway Tavern in Motherwell, and the family obviously still own it. And anybody for Wishaw, Motherwell, Pat was a Shortsman originally, and then he moved into Motherwell, and he owned the Mulligans. It was the Central Bar in Craignuke, and then he bought he took over the Railway Tavern in Motherwell. And massive Celtic pub. Anybody for in about a year knows the Railway Tavern. It's amazing boozer. And Pat, just larger than life guy. And he passed away last night. And just the love I had for the big man, and just attended Celtic Park all his days until he couldn't make it. He was. I'm not sure if he was there this season, but he was there loads of games last season. And then ill health kind of took over. And Pat was at Lisbon, he was at Milan, both European finals. I remember Peter, his son Peter, my good pal. I mind we were at first year at high school, and Peter was getting days off school because he took to Sporting Lisbon away games in Europe and stuff like that. And it was things I could only dream of, you know. And the family and his sons and his grandkids are keeping the Celtic legacy living on. And just very, very sad. And I used to go down and stay at Peter's. Peter went to first year at St Aidan's, but then they moved for Shotts to Motherwell, and then Peter went to a ladies' high school. But me and him still kept in touch, and obviously going to all the Celtic games together. And I would go down to stay at his house on a Friday or a Saturday night or whatever. And you're talking, this would have been 82, 83, blah, blah. And all we done was we went down there, we got Chinese takeaway or whatever, and we sat in our living room and Pat put the old Celtic story on, to the black and white one with the 90 minutes of the game. And we'd all just sit and watch it, and you're just like, you open mouthed at the Celtic display, you know, unbelievable, you know. And you'd watch that, and that was a team that you were going to watch at the weekend, and they were the legends. And at that time, they were all still living. You know, it was a living, breathing organism because all these Celtic legends were still living, and you would see them about the place, and you were just like... And I must have watched that in his house 20, 30 times. You know, I could probably recite the full game. And that was Pat, like, drumming Celtic into you, just like he did with all his kids and his grandkids, and they're keeping the legacy going. And just for myself. And what I would say as well is, obviously, I'm heavily involved with the Tommy Gemmell statue getting built, and what the Ross family have done for that statue getting built is unbelievable. You know, I can't thank them enough. And just for myself and for us in the podcast and whatever, just rest in peace, Pat. You're a legend, and your memory lives on. So I'd like to say for Big Pat.
Very sorry for your loss there. Very sorry for the Ross family's loss. That is
absolutely.
I've been in that pub, and like, they're lovely, lovely, lovely people, lovely family, and it's a smashing atmosphere they put in for everybody. I mean, yeah, very sad, very sad. Hey, we have a bit of a list tonight. There's not a whole lot to talk about. Normally, we start the show by talking about who people are at the games and whatnot. We don't really have that tonight. So, I mean, I suppose to keep you on the horn, Jabo, give us. Do we go football? We may as well go football. We go AGM. I mean, nobody really knows what the fuck happened to AGM.
Don't come at me. I have no fucking clue.
Eddie Toner tweeted earlier on, or Blue Sky earlier on. I'm not sure what the fucking what do you call it? The fucking the noun or whatever the fuck, the adjective to describe the activity on Blue Sky. But Eddie put it up earlier on saying, this is the reason I don't go to these AGMs anymore. They're a fucking joke. So basically, some guy just got up and started rambling on, telling jokes and making fun of the Huns and shit. And he says, like, that's what the board love. You know, just wasting time by talking fucking shit instead of actually getting down to the issues that really matter. So, like, some of the topics were covered that I saw just from kind of flicking through social media was Barrowfield's going to be ready in January. They're talking about putting a new roof in the main stand. There was some back and forth about fucking the state of our youth structures and all that sort of thing. And I think that other team's about to be relegated in the Lowland League or something, which isn't exactly fucking encouraging. So apart from that, all the usual bollocks. People were all voted in with 99% of the votes, and somebody got up and had a go at Lawwell about his son, which I think was a bit fucking out of order. Like, do you know what I mean? So Brett and Rogers ended up stepping in and sort of hitting them with a smackdown. The board, the trust again asked. It was kind of not really a pointed question. It was more like I think the trust was very easy on them this year. They were just kind of saying, would you consider a fans advisory board? And they said they were looking into it. That's the sort of thing they would consider. And apart from that, like, it was just fucking. Dermot Desmond wasn't there as usual. Ross Desmond was there, and again there was coverage in some of the places decrying the lack of Dermot Desmond there. But folks, here's the fucking news: Dermot Desmond's an old man. Ross Desmond is his fucking son. When Dermot dies, it's Ross, so it's better having fucking Ross Desmond involved now than, like, you know, coming to fucking Celtic through a will. You know what I mean? Go, what the fuck's this? I own this. Holy shit. Do you know what I mean? If that guy's going to be involved in decisions, then he needs to know now what's happening. Because his dad's not going to fucking live forever. What the fuck age is Dermot Desmond? So I don't really get the whole stooshy over Dermot Desmond not going to the AGMs. I wouldn't go to a fucking AGM. I don't blame Dermot Desmond, and I'm a fucking shareholder.
Yeah, I don't like going to them. They're kind of a formality. I mean,
I know. You just sit up and go, we'll look at this and we'll do this and we'll fucking examine this and we've seen this and, you know,
but it's all people don't understand, right? People seem to think that AGMs is your time to stand up and say your piece. That's not what an AGM is. An AGM is something that you have to say that you've had an AGM. That's basically what they fucking are when it comes down to it, like, because you have to have them. I mean, if they didn't have to have them, they wouldn't fucking happen.
That's a legal requirement, isn't it? For
you have to do one a year.
It is indeed.
So see in that subject, have you any more to say about the AGM, Marty?
No, just that Legee Celtic were somebody had mentioned that Legee Celtic were coming to Scotland, and Michael Nicholson said, well, apparently Legee Celtic had written the fucking Celtic, and Celtic hadn't even got the courtesy to write fucking back. So they were pulled about it today. And Nicholson said he was aware of the letter. Basically, he had the letter and he would speak to the person privately who was fucking making the point, which I didn't think was a suitable fucking answer either. He should have been saying either I'm writing back them or I'm not fucking writing back them. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's a politician's answer.
Treat them with a bit of fucking respect, you fucking ginger cunt.
And just on that about the G Celtic, big kudos to the Green Brigade getting that award at the Palestinian award ceremony. Was it in London?
London, I was London Palestinian. I'll read it. I'll find a few now.
The other thing is too, there was a strange question about, not a strange question. There was a question about ticket prices. Right? Why the fuck are ticket prices going up with all this money? And there was some fucking strange answer about corporation tax and fucking what I was like, what the fuck's that got to do with? We're in profit. With cash at bank, it doesn't fucking matter how much you fucking spend.
Shock horror! A company pays corporation tax.
Yeah, so it was as if there was. So I might have picked this up wrong, but it was as if, well, we got a tax bill, so we'll have to pass it on to you wankers.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean?
It's a way of saying, like, everybody here is very comfortable with the money they have and they're making. They don't want it to go down.
No, the fucking point is, you should have had the fucking money spent, and then you wouldn't be getting hit with fucking corporation tax bills. You stupid cunts. Get the fucking money out of the bank. What the fuck's it doing there?
We bit of financial strategism. What the fuck that is?
That's not even a fucking word, you man. What are you talking about?
I mean, strategically thinking, like, well, if you hang on to this, we could fucking. These people look ahead of that and think, well, we could fucking use this as an excuse.
No. That's the opposite. So for years we had a 30 million pound low interest loan that sat on our books and put us into the red. The very fucking reason was so that we didn't have to pay corporation tax. Now we're loaded and we can actually afford to pay corporation tax. It isn't really bothering us. We've still got tens of millions in the fucking bank, and yet they still think it's acceptable to fuck the fans by lobbing money onto their season tickets at a time when they've taken friendlies off them and fucking all sorts of other balls. I'm like,
that is.
I'd have fucking stormed the fucking stage if I'd have been at that AGM.
When you look at that, it is fucking, that's Scrooge material.
Fuck me. It's there should be looking at a ticket reduction.
Right. Fucking hell. You're never getting that.
So when you mentioned that, I remember the other night, Brendan Rodgers had a meeting with fans in our bit at Celtic, and I had an invite for it, and I forgot about it. Then Mick texted me and says, I was at that Brendan Rodgers thing last night. He says, oh, fuck, I forgot about it. But anyway, he was there and he gave us a couple of snippets. Nothing much, pretty bland. But what he mentioned the Alistair Johnson New Deal. So we're obviously going to speak about that. Someone also mentioned about transfer targets in January. And he says the priority, someone mentioned a striker. And he says, no, the priority is not a striker. He says, we've got two. He says, everybody knows how hard it is to keep three strikers happy. He says, so we've got two. And he says, we've also got Dies and Maida, which I was quite pleased about, because he says he can step into that role, no problem. So he says, we've got two, and we've got Dies and Maida, who obviously plays in a different role. So we've effectively got three strikers, but one that's got another role. He says, our focus for the January as a winger, which I thought was quite interesting. You know, because we've got Maeda, we've got Kuhn, we've got James Forrest, and we've got Palmer. But he's focused as a winger. And I don't know, what do you think of that? Do you think that's interesting or not? Or...
It is interesting because I would think, bar Palmer being a wee bit fucking late, we're decent with wingers.
I'm no surprised. I'm no surprised.
You're no surprised, Scott?
Let's be honest about it, right? Palmer's no, at this stage, imagine we go and beat Club Brugge and we have pretty much guaranteed ourselves we're through to the next round of it.
Yep.
We really need a level of player above what we've got to think. Unless we're all kind of going, Keezy's, we're in the next round, we've done what we wanted today.
Aye.
We can get fucking horsed. But I know Brendan Rodgers doesn't he? And Jamesy Forrest he's stunned us all once again because we wrote him off years ago under Ronnie Dyer.
Yep.
Rodgers brought him back for the brink. Rodgers, we heard the story, Rodgers fucking was going to bin him this time and the wee man fought for his jersey and he's come back in. But this, James Forrest isn't your future. Palmer, I really like Palmer. I really do like him. But I like him in a kind of, he's pretty funny kind of way, you know what I mean?
Did you see his two goals? Did you see his two goals against Mexico? Did you see his 2 goals against Mexico?
Aye. But he's definitely got talent. We all knew he was got talent. But do you remember last year everybody was kind of going, he's better than Jota?
I know.
Right. That seems a long time ago now, doesn't it?
Matt Wiley.
Exactly. So, and I think, and Rodgers, we've spoken about it continuously. Guys like Cummins, who's going to be added to the squad, scored against again tonight. See, however great it is that he's going to be joining the squad, that wee boy's got to take his jersey, else he'll be back down in the B team. And that's the way Celtic are. And that's the way we should be demanding Celtic. And that's what happens when you go and you get a guy like Rodgers. Rodgers is ruthless. And see, to be honest, he's making us fucking better each time because he's fucking ruthless. We're a bit. The mad thing is we can be dicks, right? The same as every Celtic fan, every football fan, we can be dicks. But see, sometimes we're too light as well. We're too fucking, he'll come good. Instead of going, you're not doing it for me now, I can't fucking wait, get out of the way. Do you know what I mean? Like, see, Awata, every one of us to a man, we all thought, Awata's a good player. But he wasn't doing it for us, so what's the fucking point? What's the point? And it's then Palmer falls in the same thing. See if he's not going to do it every week. Nicholas Kuhn is a perfect example of what we need. He started poorly, he's come in and he's fucking got there. Brilliant. And we've got, at this point, how long are we going to have Rodgers? Right? I think this is a discussion for a different day.
That was the next thing I was going to say.
Right, well, there you go. What a segue. It's like me and you are fucking...
So somebody asked the question about him, will you be here for 10 in a row? I think the question is, I'm not entirely sure, I wasn't there, right? But
was this about fucking 5-6 years ago?
So what he said was, he says, I'm more than happy here. I don't have the ambition to go to England. I've done it, seen it. My family is well settled. They'll love it here. And he says, obviously, he says, if I go in a dodgy spell, he says, at the end of the day, the club might want to end me. Similar to what he said last year, but he says he's got no ambitions in moving, and this is him. He's here for the kind of long haul. But
I'm getting deja vu though. Listen to that.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, I'm a fucking dick.
Mick told me this. I think it was yesterday, no, 2 days ago. And yesterday morning, I was dropping Rory off at work at 6 in the morning, and I'd talk sport on the breakfast show, and that fucking fat balloon Alan Brazil's on. And next thing he's talking about, we were talking about Celtic women getting beat to Chelsea and blah, blah, blah. And then he just chimes in and he says, Oh, by the way, I heard a good mate of mine, big Celtic man, he says, told us Brendan to West Ham. I hope not. And it was that was kind of the end of it. And somebody says, oh, well, so he says. And then they moved on to something else. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. So Mick fucking loves Brendan, right? So I put it on the chat, Brendan to West Ham. He's like, no chance. We've been here before, but I don't see it myself, to be honest with you. And whether he leaves or no, I'm not too sure. But I don't think he will. I think he is kind of settled. But if he does, I wouldn't be surprised. But deep down, I do think he's settled, and I do think he's got a good thing going here, especially with see if we'd flunked in the Champions League. The fans, I mean, me and you, Scott, you know, if we went an absolute after that Dortmund game, if we went and get absolutely horsed off Atalanta and then bluttered off RB Leipzig, we'd be saying, fucking, is this guy going, you know, he'll get his fucking domestic success, but he's actually raised the bar, and he's actually fucking looking like, Jesus Christ, man, we're looking a bit of a unit here.
Well, I had a bit of I listened to that press conference today when he was talking about that sort of stuff, right? Now, and again, I was going like, this is great, but you've told me this before, baby. I mean, but then I thought to myself, right, this is a different circumstance, it's a different time, right? In an ideal world, if I was to think ideally about it and think, this is what I want to believe to make me feel happiest, right? It is that Brendan Rodgers is no longer a football manager in a careerist sense. He's done the careerist thing. He's done the high level stuff, the Premier League twice. I mean, or fucking whatever. Was Swansea as well in the Premier League with him? No, I don't fucking remember. But anyway, he's done that English thing. He's done that top level down there. He came to Celtic. He's gone back and done the high level, and he's back.
That's what
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like twice. So right. So I would like to think now he's just like, well, rather than be a careerist about this and look to try and push myself to the highest level, which I've already done, let me invest the rest of what I've got, or at least a sizable portion of what I've got left in my managerial career, and making this club the best that I can possibly make it. I mean, because as we all hope, because you think about like England, right? The whole idea is to win the Premier League, and as a holy grail. If you can do that, you're fucking shining star, right? The FA Cup and up there, all that's great, no. But in Scotland, it's different. You dominate the league anyway, right? If you're a decent Celtic side in this day and age, right? Europe, if you make it down, you give a couple of good nights, you're doing well. But again, you said the bar's been raised. We're above that now. We're looking a wee bit beyond. Not making a sense going, we could go and win this, even though we've had a laugh about it. Like, but there is this sense that he's going like, no. I want to keep pushing the bar up and up and up for as long as I possibly can stay here. And I would, in an ideal world, that's the way I'd like to think that he's thinking. And I do get the vibe that he probably is thinking that way. So
I think you said loads and loads of words there, Joe, but I kind of agree with you.
Fuck me.
So here,
well, here, let's focus, right? Because he's on a 3-year deal, and you're about to hit the 18th month mark. So surely the fuck, Peter Lawwell and his big corporate fucking tax bill should be fucking pulling Rodgers in and going, right, what's happening? You going to extend your contract? We'll give you an extra fucking bung. What the fuck? Surely that's coming up. Because this is the problem. See, as soon as next summer comes, that's going to be the only talk of any fucking Scottish journalist or fucking Sky Sports fucking bollocks or whatever else. And the twitchy whole brigade and our fucking fans will be fucking on their way. Do you know what I mean? So it would be far better to give us a Christmas present like that and just say Rodgers is extended 2-year extension on his contract, or saying a rolling contract or something. I don't understand why they don't do those rolling contracts. They're great because they just take away all the speculation. You know, 1-year rolling deal, brilliant. You know, then if you want to, what's that?
He had that last time, so.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about in terms of speculation. It kills all the speculation because you've always a year to go. You know what I mean? So there's no argument then. But we know this time he's on a 3-year deal. So from fucking Easter onwards, that's all you're going to fucking hear. But will he stay next year? Will he still be here? Blah, blah, blah. Will he see fucking whatever in a row at that fucking stage? You know? So it'd be far better just to fucking give him a golden handshake and say, take another 2 years. You can take another 2 years with an option. and then just, you know what I mean? That would be 6 years, so you can't argue. Nobody could argue leaving after fucking 6 years. Surely the fuck.
No, I don't know, but in my head, I think I do think he's going to be here for the long haul, stupidly or not. And if he's not here for the long haul, I'm not going to be greeting about it. Big fucking deal. I've made my peace with people coming and going and all that kind of shit, getting raging about things, and like I really don't care now. It's like,
for fuck's sake, when Ange left, we never got a word out of you for 2 weeks when Ange left.
Aye, but it's like you I don't know, maybe I just fucking grew up a wee bit and you just realise fucking. I've always said as players are concerned, I just support the jerseys, And I was talking to a guy, I was chatting away in that blue green sky the day, a lad, and he was talking about Alistair Johnson. It means nothing him signing a new deal because we've seen it all before, and I'm like, it's a horrible way to look at things. I'm like, it's win-win for us, if he signs a new deal and he does leave, we're going to get fortunes. If he doesn't leave, we've got a bumper player. So I don't see the downside in signing a new deal, So we can go and discuss now Alistair Johnson in a wee minute. But as for Celtic's concerned, people come and go. The club's always going to be there, and we'll have good times or bad times. And I mean, we can't complain. It's been fucking glorious for long and weary. I'm actually struggling to remember the fucking bad times. Apart from, lockdown personally for us and the Homeboys, we had a fucking absolute ball.
we became full-time alcoholics.
When you look back at it, the team was absolute shite. But what a fucking laugh it was!
Oh, fucking great crack! It was great crack. But, I was thinking about this the other day, Jabo, as well. Imagine being a Rangers fan coming into COVID. Imagine how fucking depressing that be. Like, the recovery for us has been kind of good because things have been fucking on the up and up. Imagine being a fucking coming into COVID going, no!
I know. But so it's like, just go with the flow, enjoy it. It's great times, and this is one of the few times. Scott, you put a link on the other day. I only watched the start of it. I couldn't. I was working. But the young lad talked about the youth, and the young lad that was talking was about 19. He's like, I've never seen us doing well in Europe before. This is like new territory. This is new territory. Aye, and you're like, young guys sell like daft, and it's like, and let's face it, how many times have we seen us doing well in Europe? The 2003 run, and the year after it, we did kind of all right, and then we went out to Villarreal, we beat Barca, and we went out to Villarreal. The Martin was robbed, the Juventus. We should have qualified then, so we didn't get out the group, but we should have. We were like, watching good football and watching a great team. But apart from that, this is it. This is like, who knows what's on the horizon? We might go out and get fucking humped off Brugge next week. I don't think so. I'm pretty confident, but this is kind of uncharted waters for us in Europe for a large proportion of our support. Which is fucking. It's all down to Brendan Rodgers. It is all down to him.
Is the Brendan Rodgers song making a full comeback? Because I haven't really heard it as much as I probably thought I was going to hear it at this point.
You don't really hear it at all.
It's kind of been bending, hasn't it?
But I think everybody's bought in. I don't think. You must be an absolute lunatic if you're still holding that against them. Do you know what I mean?
Well, Christmas is coming up, so the last Christmas song is going to get belted out.
Aye. That'll come up.
It's all rosy in the garden, isn't it?
Aye. Well, definitely. We all love moaning about stuff, and there's loads of things that we would change, the Laggy Celtic thing and stuff like that. There's loads of things we would change about the Celtic board, and there's the fan advisory forum. 100% that should happen. We should have more fan involvement, rather than these doff caps, AGM shite. There has to be more involvement. But for the fitness sense, and yourself, because the fitness gone good, everything goes to the back burner. People haven't got the revolutionary spirit in their heart to go and make a change, because that happens when the team does shite, and then you get more support. But when you try and be a bit revolutionary when things are going good, everybody's like, get the fuck. And the vast majority of Celtic fans only really care about the result on the park.
It's a fine line, isn't it? When things are shit. Your voice is valid. Things are going well. Fuck up, buzzkill. It's fucking when things are good about everybody's fucking again. Any dissenting voice is just totally shut the fuck up. But I mean, that's just the way it is. That's the way it is. We're humans. Anyway, do we look forward to Hertz?
I'm looking forward to abusing the Queen and the Crown and glorifying in the IRA.
Well, actually, here, J-Bo, before we get on to Hertz, that's a good segue, Marty. How was kneecap?
Oh, for fuck's sake. Unbelievable. Just wild. Just blew me away. Like,
Somebody, I read a review who said it was like early day Beastie Boys. I hadn't seen anything like it since the Beastie Boys.
I seen the Beastie Boys at a festival, right? So I can't really comment. I didn't really go to a Beastie Boys concert. But if I could imagine that, I would think. Do you know what? There was quite a few folk with phones up and stuff like that. So that kind of pisses me off at gigs, right? Just be in the moment, just enjoy it. But there wasn't as many as you would. You see some of these young kids go. My kids now would be going to gigs and it's just phones everywhere. There wasn't anything like that, and it was weird, right? So me and Mick went in the train. Then young Caitlin for the Tommy Gemmell, we ended up getting her a ticket. She'd been to Belfast to see them. Me, Caitlin's a star. So we tried to get into Gracie's and it was mobbed at the bar, so we said, stuff that. So we walked in, we went to McCool's. And the Ireland game was on, that was still 0-0 with England. But we got into McCool's and they didn't have the game on. So we ended up, Jim Cameron and that was in. We ended up Steph and JP. So we ended up getting a few pints with them. Stood there and the Ireland game wasn't on. So I said to Mick, Mum, watch the end of the Ireland game. So we left. We walked round to the Surrey Heads. We were walking round, we checked our phone. It was fucking 2-0 or whatever. And we're like, fuck. So we get thrown into the Surrey Heads. They didn't have it on either. So we get in there. The music was absolutely brilliant. The drunkest guy in the world was standing at the bar. Oh my God. I tried to talk to the guy and he just couldn't get it. The boy was massive as well. I was like, oh, fucking juke him. But it was quite funny, right? So we're like, me and Mick are standing there waiting and Caitlin coming in. So we text her and says, we're in the Surrey Heath. And they were putting some kneecap tunes on. Then it was just some random tunes and whatever. The DJ left the box and it was like just kind of random music. And so we're begging away and Mick says, check the clientele in here that's gone to this gig. He says, that mob over there, he says, they're all like Bohemian, they're all like fucking French. And I'm like, fucking, you're right. So I went over and I says, where do you guys come from? Boys like Castle Milk.
Chateau milk.
but see, get up to the gig, right? So Caitlin came in with another couple of drinks. We went up to the gig and my mate Jerry came in. Jerry was blazing. Oh my God, that's another story. But anyway, we've got into the gig and went and got a pint and kind of just stood at the back. And we got a wee space where we could stand. But see, looking about at the crowd, it was mad. It was see you'd be thinking like it'd be all fucking young scheme cunts and all that. And like, I was a young scheme cunt at one point. But you're looking about and it wasn't like that at all. There was the young team were there, but there was the old team. There was Bohemian folk. There was fucking even older folk. There was every class of society was at that gig, apart from Tories or whatever. Do you know? But every kind of decent sort of part of society that you would say, see like in our kind of culture, every kind of bit, people that have done well for themselves, people that are struggling, people, but every age group as well, people there with their daughters, their sons, and it was just mad. It was like, and then they come on and the place was absolutely electric. It was unbelievable. It was so good. So good. It was just, and I'd watched the video where they did in Liverpool, so they used kind of the same pattern, like kind of, you seen our DVD, don't fucking download it for Amazon Prime, get it on the dodgy Fire Stick, all that kind of stuff. So Bezos is a baldy bastard. Right, but it was amazing. It was so good. Really, really good. and the place was absolutely bouncing. And we were up the back, right? Even up the back, it started bouncing near the end. Everybody was just getting mad with it, and everybody was just getting in. And what an atmosphere! And fair play to the three boys, man. Honestly,
It's just funny. Just
they
the,
did something magic.
It's amazing.
strange bit of timing there. My mates just sent me a link to the NME. There's a big fucking review of their London gig there on the NME. So, and they've given it a five-star rating, 5-star gig. I'm assuming for the NME that's quite rare.
I swear, that is quite rare. I swear to God, I mean, if anybody had told you to bet on the possibility of fucking a couple of smecks from West Belfast and a teacher from Derry and a fucking balaclava rapping in Irish becoming a global music and film sensation, nobody would have thought that bet. It's a fucking extremely bizarre, but also incredibly inspiring and fucking just amazing to see how far it's gone. But it's the uniqueness and the charm of the whole act that is fucking so brilliant, and it'll do wonders for the Irish language. It'll do wonders for all fucking languages, right?
100%.
But it's see their tunes, Joe. They're so catchy.
Oh, brilliant! Their album's class. I've been listening to it for years.
Oh, that's amazing.
And like you've got people like Noel Gallagher loves them, Paul Weller loves them. You know what I mean?
That's what they said in the end. I've just flicking through that NME review. Paul Weller stood in the queue. Refused the queue jump. So he queued up to get in. That's some that's some tribute.
They're playing a gig in London for Palestine with Paul Weller, Primal Scream, them and somebody else.
Yeah.
And now they're playing Coachella next year, which is fucking probably the biggest music festival in America.
Yep, unbelievable.
Yeah, I think the world's their oyster.
But, I love the fact that they go out of their way to piss off fucking politicians in the north. Because see one of their lyrics, fucking Naomi Long did a little bit of epidural because we unveiled a mural. I was like, fuck me. And they go on about her having diabetes. It's fucking like they do not give one single fuck about anybody. I mean, in terms of like who they fucking attack. And
that's because they did the mural of the RUCG. Pat LeBond, she's the Justice Minister who was with responsibility for policing, so she was moaning about it. And they were like, "Fuck you."
Fucking brilliant. But I mean, it's just. But I mean, Marty, you know this. The fact that people like Jimmy Brayson react to them, right? People like Naomi Long react to them, and they go like, "That is exactly what they fucking want."
Correct. That's what they're out to get.
That's exactly you are giving them exactly what they want. Are you fucking stupid? Right? Yep. Because people go like, "Oh, that's offensive." No, it's not offensive. It is a very over-exaggerated version of every smack from West Belfast we ever knew growing up, Marty.
The stereotype, they're just like hamming that up.
It is like, I mean, they consider it to be NWA. They've leaned into it completely and went, right, well, we're going to make art out of this now.
Yeah, I think that's why they called it fine art. Isn't that why? Because they're saying this is our art.
Yep. And the David Holmes just remixed one of their tunes, Powerful. Annie McManus is on there is actually on their album as a fucking air hostess in the background talking on one of the fucking tracks. It's fucking like they're shortlisted for the Oscars for foreign language film. You're going, right, lads, fucking go and get it.
That's it. Rack a house. You've got the Jason Higgins seal of approval.
Absolutely, honestly, absolutely amazing. And it's one of the, see, the Barrowlands to me. The Barrowlands to me is the epicenter of music. I've been to gigs all over the world, and I'm not a mad music buff, right? I'm a bit of a dinosaur where music's concerned, but the best gigs in my life I've ever been to have been in the Barrowlands. The Barrowlands is just, to me, everything. They've played that, and I attended that when they were there. By the way, I wasn't there. Peter Ross, I spoke about him earlier. Peter's been to Ireland to see them, I don't know how many times. You know, Caitlin's been to Ireland to see them, I don't know how many times. And, you know, so they all get in before the curve. I'm late to the party. But it was really special to be there, you know, for that gig. I mean, I think tickets were going for, I think they were 25 quid face value. I think tickets were going for about 120 quid for the resale sites.
Brilliant. Well, not brilliant for the person that bought them, but it'd be brilliant for the demand's that high.
Aye.
There's the fuck. He's just sent me the review from the London Evening Standard as well. Kneecap at the Kentish Town Forum review. A sweaty swaggering set of party-hard protest anthems, vicious and vital. This raucous show delivered a whole lot of communal joy.
Aye. And see on the other lyrics, they take the piss out themselves. Do you know? Like they're like I seen a video once they were standing at the Sandy Row or something. There was an orange van going by, and there was a squad of young like unionist kids or whatever standing there, and the boys said, I was a bit panicking, they were probably going to kick off on me, and then they started singing the lyrics to songs. You know, so it's like, obviously, it's
see last year, Jason, when I saw, this is how I sort of knew they'd done it. I think it was the Olympia in Dublin, which is a beautiful theatre. Anybody's ever been in the Olympia for a gig, it's outstanding. And that's why there was a video of taken up from one of the balconies of the fucking Olympia, and you could see sort of the swathe across, you know, it was taken from the side, and you could kind of see the whole balcony areas on the floor. And they were doing the song Ciarda, and there was like C-A-R-T-S, come along the fucking Ian Garda. So like I'm looking going, there's thousands of kids there, and they're all singing this fucking song, and they all know the words. You know, Ciarda in Irish means rights, my rights, you know, and that's they're saying, I don't give a fuck about the police, I don't give a fuck about one guard, a Garda, you know, and I'm going, holy fuck, what the fuck? Holy, like, there's not enough, there's too many kids here for all these cunts to be Irish speakers, do you know what I mean? But they all know the fucking words, and they're obviously then finding out what the meaning of the words are.
Marty, every person in the Barrowlands knew the words out as well.
It's fucking crap.
Every single person.
Absolutely nuts. Like there's some of their fucking lyrics, and I'm on doing fucking Google Translate for myself to make sure I'm translating it right, and I speak fucking Irish. You know what I mean? I'm like going, holy fuck.
I always stick it on the car when he sees it because she's a Gilgore, and I'm like, right, listen, see the parts I don't know, just fill me in, yeah.
That's exactly it. But Mowgli, I'm not sure which.
I've got that luxury.
I'm not sure which one's which. I think Mowgli Bop is the young kid with the swarthy skin.
He's the handsome bastard.
Yeah, so his dad's Gary O'Carolan, who's a really, really towering figure in the Irish language community here in Belfast. Gary is just amazing. It's a great fella. So their Irish is excellent. I mean, their Irish is fucking outstanding. They're coming to Gaelic houses, you know, from people who have spearheaded the Irish language movement. And that's the story about his, in the film, when the story about his christening, that's fucking true. You know, they went to the Mass Rock in Collinglen. So from the penal times, you know, when Catholicism was banned in Ireland, and you would have these Mass Rocks all over Ireland in rural areas, and people would go on a Sunday and say Mass because it was illegal to deliver the sacraments under the penal laws. So there's still Mass Rocks all over the place, and they're always well looked after. But Collinglen is just on the outskirts of West Belfast, and there's a Mass Rock there. So his family are very traditional Irish, and said, "Why don't we fucking christen the jail up at the Mass Rock?" And we're like, "Oh, that's a good idea." So they were up in the Mass Rock, and this is back in the 90s, like, and the fucking Brits thought there was a training camp happening in the forest, and they put the fucking helicopter. It's in the papers and all the time. The helicopter flew down over them to fucking see what they were fucking doing. I think it was Father Des Wilson was fucking doing the business, giving them the anointing the child or whatever the fuck they're doing, a christening, wetting the head or whatever, you know, in a traditional Irish ceremony. So that's the sort of houses that come out of, you know, the real Gaels, proper. Like, it's not, that part of it isn't an act. They love the language. They're outwardly pushing.
Yeah, exactly.
They're actively pushing.
Exactly. CERT is what he said.
They're actively pushing the Irish language into the faces of people who are saying it's a dead language. It's about to be sung at Coachella.
Aye. And by the way, see my mate in the Basque Country, John Arriaga Olavarria, he loves them. He's obsessed with them, right? And he's like, Jason, see the Saturdays tonight, your kneecap gig, he knows everything about them. And he says they have to visit the Basque Country. He says everybody here is nuts about them. Because
he's going at some stage.
Well, he's going crackers now, right? Because the only English-speaking country in the EU now is Ireland, although Irish is the language, right? He's raging because loads of Basques are going there, working in whatever industry to try and learn English better. And he's I'm disgusted with these people because they speak the Basque language at home, but then they're going there and learning a foreign tongue. But obviously they're doing it for business sense to get on in life. And he says, I could understand when they went to England. I mean, obviously Scotland, you've got Scottish Gaelic, but it's not a thing like Irish is in Ireland. You know, it's like nobody speaks it. Well, very few. A couple of schools in Glasgow or whatever. But the Irish
that's what I always had. For years, I was arguing this with people in Glasgow, and I was saying we are Glasgow Celtic. Celtic should be a beacon of Gaelicism. Like there should be bilingual signs all around the fucking ground. Why not? What the fuck harms are going to do? Like slee and exit, and then you know that the Gaelic word for fucking exit is slee. You just pick it up, you know, and it's something that could be done really fucking simply, and it wouldn't take a lot of money to do. You know, I definitely think. I mean, if it was in Belfast, like we've our own Gaeltacht quarter now. You drive down, you see all the businesses is fucking, you know, have Irish language. And one of my mates was on fucking Facebook today reminiscing about getting all that sort of stuff started, and he said White Rock had the first ever Chinese Irish fucking business sign. One of the chinkers is in the fucking White Rock one. Here, stick one of them up here. So it said the Irish for Chinese, Chuck Shistin or something on the White Rock Road. And they were going like, this is amazing. It just took off because it was organic. People just wanted to fucking do it. And we're going, even the fucking Chinese people in Belfast were trying to get involved because they could see the worth in it. They could see the value in it. Why the fuck don't Celtic do it? Why not?
Well, they did that post, didn't they, before?
I had Irish there.
And it was Paddy's Day type thing, wasn't it? Something out there. They had Liam Scales speaking Irish. Fucking stealing off under the cunts.
No, but that's great. Do you know what I mean? That's brilliant. But let's like make a club policy to say we'll change parts of our fucking social media into a bit of Gaelic because it's easy just to write Kelchi. It's fucking easy to write Kelchi as it is to write Celtic. It means the fucking same thing. You know, but until you do it, then people go, what's that mean? What's Celtic and Gaelic? Oh, right, fuck. I don't know what Celtic and Gaelic is, you know.
If you see all train stations in Scotland, Marty, well, I don't know if it's all, but I think loads of them have got like the English and the Scottish Gaelic on it.
Yeah, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And I love the townlands here. We've got fucking thousands of townlands, and all our names of our places, and it's the same, exactly the fucking same in Scotland. They mean something. They actually fucking mean something, and they've been translated in the English gibberish that doesn't fucking mean anything. And so people go, you know, they'll pick a place and they'll go, that sounds fucking stupid. And you go, no, that actually means something, and here's what it fucking means. This is where this name comes from. It means something. It describes the place, it describes the area, it describes a feature of the place. You're getting it in Gaelic, and you're getting fucking gibberish in return in fucking English. What the fuck? You know, and there's been tons of work done on that here over years, and people have really tuned into it. Now, when you drive all across the north, everywhere you go, all the rural parts, you'll see the road names, and then they'll have the townland name underneath. Brilliant. It just brings it back. You know, it makes it fucking relevant to the people there. So just as you're saying, as you're going through Scotland and you're passing all the train stations and you're seeing all the names of the places, wonder what that means. Do you know what I mean? Because it'll actually make more fucking sense in Gaelic when it's translated than it will in the English that you're reading.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, so I think maybe the trust or maybe some of the organisations. I've talked to everybody about it, but everybody's sort of just shrugged their fucking shoulders at it. But I think it's important. We are Glasgow Celtic. It's a Celtic club. We should be reflecting our roots.
You've been telling that, Marty. I've been reading this enemy review. Fuck me. At the very last line, Kneecap don't need a list to tell them, you, or anyone else this, but they've already won.
I saw on that they've been announced on that BBC 25 something of the year list or something. They were on it.
That says shivers up my spine. We want here, share open invitation to anybody from Kneecap wants to come on and talk about Celtic because I know they're good.
And one thing, so surely one of their mates or they must listen to this, right? But if you do, please get a concert in the Basque Country, Rapido, because I tell you one thing, that'll be the hottest ticket in town.
Oh,
Is
fuck.
they-
We might have to organise a Homeboys away day for that one, Jason.
They are absolutely insane about them. Because it's obviously with the Basque language, right, and obviously the links to Ireland as well, etc. You know, they have just like they blew up over there. They are absolutely obsessed by them. You know?
Here's a thing that I loved, right? Being a fucking hip hop head from back in the day, as you well know, Marty, the lyrical demon that I am, right? Right. So, right, I've been listening to hip hop since I was about fucking 9, so I've been listening to it and still listen to this day, right? 2 of them were on. So you know Cypress Hill, yeah.
Yep. Seen them one of the first
All
times
right.
in the UK.
All right, Cypress Hill, the lead rapper, Be Real, right? He has a very fucking very big sort of social media and YouTube.
That was the night I fell through the caravan.
Well, will you tell us that story in a second? I want to hear that too, right? But right, so he's got a very big YouTube presence, right? He does lots of different channels and stuff. One of them is called the Smoke Shop, right? Because he's obviously Cypress Hill, they all fucking smoke weed like fuck. But 2 of the kneecap lads, it was Mowgli Bap and DJ Mokara wasn't on it. And I was like, they invited them on and sat down and talked to them and fucking smoking weed. 2 boys are high as fuck, high as a giraffe stick, 2 of them, right? And I was sitting there going like, see, in terms of hip hop, I was like, that is a legitimate fucking an embrace from hip hop from a guy like that there to go, you guys are fucking awesome. I love what you're doing. You're keeping your language alive, and he's exploring what they're doing, how they got going, and blah blah. And I was like going like, I was like, see, in terms of hip hop, that must feel amazing for those guys because the entire film, supposedly, like, as well, is about how hip hop and the Irish language kind of go hand in hand in terms of like, you know, being a cultural resistance. You know.
Oh, I'm sure that's the other one, you know, Har Ireland. What's the fucking name of that book? Remember we were talking about it before? About all the things in Ireland that have ended up in black culture in America. So, for example,
I'm digging too, yeah.
I'm digging too. So that when somebody says, "Tell you, do you dig it?" Comes from, you know, when black people say, "Do you dig?" No, like fucking shaft, right on. Do you dig it? That comes from the Irish. I'm digging to, which means, do you understand? And it's the same when they say, "Do you dig? Do you understand?" You know, so there's tons of that stuff, like jazz. The word jazz, like the black music, like invented by black artists, and jazz is Irish. The Irish word chas, which means kind of chaos, you know, something hot, hot and chaotic. The TEAS, chas, and they changed it to jazz, JAZZ. You know, so there's loads of that stuff, fucking tons of it. Sure, remember that time the Black Panther guy turned up in the news with a Celtic top on?
That's right.
You know, and I went to listen to a guy called Ashanti Alston, who was a Black Panther who came to Belfast to do a talk, and I went and spoke to him, and he said, "Listen, when Bobby Sands died, we had a minute silence in the jail. You know, we always saw our struggles as connected. So it's great. It's like an international language."
Well,
you know?
See, can I segue? But in fact, I'll tell you the story about the caravan. I've told you before, Joe. But anyway, Tea in the Park used to be at Hamilton, used to be in Strathclyde Park before it got massive. So that was the first time I seen Oasis in a tent. And the headline act in the Saturday night was Cypress Hill. So see, back then, because we lived local to it, right? Me and a load of the hoods about here, and just not guys, we all knew each other. So basically, there was none of this, no mobile phones, no fucking anything like that, right? There was hardly even anybody camping out at it or anything. We all went down and just went back home at night. But you got a band, so you walked in, so it was like, I don't know, 20 or 30 quid or whatever, that was you in for the full day. So Cypress Hill were playing. I seen Cypress Hill in the bars as well with Funk Doobies. They were supporting them. But so what happened was we went in and there was a squaddies, and what we all done was we just took our bands off. You could squeeze them off your hand, right? Just stretch them. And then we'd go back outside. I would go back out, then one of my mates would go back out. You could get in it. And then your bands, you'd sell them for $5 and you get folk in. So you get 10 folk, 10 bands, or $5 each, put them on, but you need to use the band back when you get in. I ain't bother. Again, so we were shepherding folk in and out, get a $5, right? And then one of the near the end of the night, it was the Cypress Hill were headlining it. So near the end of the night, the boy clocked me, and he's like, "You can fucking get folk in, out." So he fired me out, and I'm outside with a band, and I'm like, "Fucking somebody will come," but they weren't. I couldn't even get back in because there's only like one door to go in. So I'm like, for fuck's sake! So next thing, Cypress Hill's coming on. So I sees this like. I said a caravan, it was like an ice cream van. It was like a hippie ice cream van. I'm like, all right, fucking. So Cypress Hill were on the main stage, but see the wall, the fencing, it wasn't even that high. It was like boards up so you couldn't see. So I'm like, I'll just go on the roof of that fucking ice cream van, I'll be able to watch him. So I'm up there, I've climbed up the roof of the ice cream van, I'm standing there insane in the membrane, I'm fucking getting it loud there, oh, excited, fucking. Next thing, both right through the fucking roof. Oh my God, fell in. The guy's life is in it, fucking crazy and all. I fucking stole it. I couldn't even go to the door because the way it fell down, I couldn't open the door. So I had to fucking climb out the fucking the roof. Then I just had to wait till the gig finished, everybody else came out, but fucking hell. So I fell in the roof of an ice cream van. Insane in the membrane was playing in Glasgow for the first bell. Wish you a Motherwell Hamilton for the first time ever. So there you go. But aye, that was my story.
Let's fucking go. So what's next? That's the AGM covered, kneecap covered.
Hearts.
Jason, I was at that one as well.
Were you?
Aye, I was at that one. I was only a weighing man. And I love Cypress Hill. Cypress Hill was my boss. And I'll tell you who else played that day. As you said, Oasis were playing a tent. Somebody says you want to go and see them. I was like, nah, fuck that. But the Saw Doctors played as well. The Saw Doctors must have played 3 or 4 years in the bounds. I never ever went anywhere else. I went to Staffy Park. And I went to Staffy Park to see House of Pain when they were on and all. Brilliant.
Aye, I seen them as well. By the way, Linda's actually just turned the heating on, it's working.
Yeah.
Cancel the guy.
Listen, hold on.
Frozen.
Jason, hold on. Have you got a wee radiator key?
A radiator key, aye.
Run round quick and do all your radiators in case you get an air lock. It'll blow your fucking system up. Just bip round your radiators quickly and let them all loose. There might not be any air in them, but just in case.
Or perhaps get Linda to do it.
Maybe get her to do it because you're about 6 cons in, for fuck's sake. Let her do it.
Next thing
whole house will burn down. It'll be like them fucking missiles Putin was firing you on it.
Jason Higgins killed by a flying radiator.
I can take this curfew off in the heart.
Fuck, burn it. Here, it'll save you a fucking fortune too, an engineer. Fuck.
Happy days. Bring that boy.
Oh, we've got that 3-star cover thing. Your boilers covered.
So we on the Hearts then, or what?
Yes, Hearts. Fuck Hearts.
Well, that's a given.
So Scott, what age would you have been then? You must have been what age are you now, Scott?
1994, yeah? 1994. So
15.
I had been 15, aye.
15, aye. Did you see Oasis in the tent?
No, that's what I'm saying. People were going, Oasis are in there. And nobody knew what fucking Oasis were. And I was like, pay that, man, pay that. That's in a fucking tent. Because as you remember it was boiling, man.
Aye.
I mean,
see in that tent, see the sweat coming off the roof of that tent.
No, I never went in a tent any times. And I went the next year, and who was leading that? Black Great. There was always, do you know, everybody liked the Happy Mondays?
Aye.
I never really liked the Happy Mondays. I didn't think Happy Mondays were great because I was only away and I never got everything else that went with it. Right. But I thought Black Great were a mere rap as well, along with the fucking madness. And I like Black Great better. And they headlined the next year, I think. I think they headlined with Pulp. I'm pretty sure Cast were on it as well. Harper just went to see them this week. But no, because as you say, Staffy Park's a fucking bus journey for me. You know what I mean?
It was amazing. We could walk home for it.
Magic, mate. And I've actually just put it up here, and I was listening to this song the other day. Rage Against the Machine, right? Bjork, The Levelers, Cypress Hill, Crash Test Dummies. Fucking hell, man.
Dublin,
Joe, right, Joe, I'll finish off with, right, this is teeing apart the first year, right? Crash Test Dummies, Chumbawamba, Yothu Yindi, Consolidated Honky, Blur, Manic Street Preachers, Pulp, James Taylor Quartet, Elastica, Telemetry, Primal Screen, Crowded House, Saw Doctors, Teenage Fan Club, fuck, and then Oasis were in a fucking tent naked knew about them. Right?
Well,
Do you know what? See the next time you're out here, Joe, if you're at my back, I'll show you where it is now. It's like it's no like it's like Asda and all that now.
Oh, the Fitbit pitches are there as well, man.
B&Q, right? But
It's the Fitbit pitches, isn't it, Jason?
Well, it's actually no. It's like see where like Asda and like Pets at Home and all that shit is in Hamilton.
See, it would have been right beside the motorway, wasn't it?
It was that bit there. But do you know what? See like people camping, right? I reckon there would have been less than 500 tents, or like, do you know? See how music festivals have went haywire, right? See, back then it wasn't even really a thing. They like kind of started it off. Obviously, Glastonbury. I don't know how many years Glastonbury's been gone for. That was like a thing. But
I'll tell you what, J-Bo, you're rang.
What?
You're rang. I'm fucking delighted you're rang. So I've got a picture here, and it runs. I'll send it in a second. It runs basically where all the Fitbit pitches are now, all the way up.
So it's further into it, like.
Now the mad thing that looks like a big bobby.
Aye, the mausoleum.
Aye, well it's just alive for that.
Aye, I knew that, but right enough. You're right, Scott. Sorry, I think about it now because the mausoleum is still there. Obviously, it's been there for a couple of hundred years or whatever. But I always thought where the shops and all that were.
I've just launched it. Oh, it's running up towards that. It probably maybe, but it's where the Fitbit pitches are. I've punted a picture in.
Aye. But see, when you think back at like '94, right, there was nobody really. Maybe Glastonbury might have been the outlier that everybody went to, you know, because
1984 was right in the middle of the rave generation because I was going to raves in '94 as a 15-year-old.
There was a dance tent there, you know, so that was class. But
that whole indie scene was making a massive fucking. It was a massive emergence of all those bands. Like you think about
this is like
all the bands you just named there, Scott. I'd say 80% of them would all be fucking classic bands.
This is like fucking Celtic Da fucking Central and lads. Come on the fuck. What about Tynecastle?
What about Crowded House, lads? Still need Finn.
No, listen. With 50% of the homeboys have got tickets for the match tomorrow, so we want to fucking hear what's happening. Come on.
What is the story? Well, we know Scott's got a chauffeur. Jason, what's your route?
What's mine, right? So 12 o'clock tomorrow, I'm at my goose house for what do they call these things? Unveiling of the sex of the baby.
Reveal.
Gender reveal. Gender reveal. I had to phone them up, said I need to bring you a present or whatever. What do you do with these things? Because I've never been in one in my life, right? I'm not too sure he's falling in it either, right? But anyway, so that's between 12 and 1. But me and Sean will be bucking off about 20 to 1 because the train's at 7 minutes past. Sorry, 12 to 1. No, in fact, is it 12 to 1 or 1 to 2? Can't mind because the train's at. I think the train's either at 6. What did I tell you, Scott? Is it 6 minutes past 2? The train?
3 o'clock, nah.
No, it's back at 2. So anyway, I'm not
getting the train then because I'd missed it.
I'll be in the Rattler at 6 minutes past 2 to Edinburgh. We've got a wee boozer sorted out. Me, Sean, and Johnny Mackay, the blessed Johnny Mackay. We'll be.
Not get sorted, nah.
No yet. Nah, I'm still trying. I've sent a couple of begging texts and I've not had any replies yet. But we're still trying, but it's looking fucking grim. It's
tough, isn't it? Fuck me, man. They've only gave us about 7 tickets now, man.
We've got 570. Fucking brutal. It's so bad, man. You feel terrible for guys that go every single week and never miss a game. It's just fucking awful. I thought because it was, Do you know what? I actually thought it was because of the telly, Scott. But Frankie McGuinness brought one of the curfews off last night at the house, and it's because Scotland are playing fucking the Wallabies at Murrayfield.
Ah, right, there you go. See, I didn't know why it was fucking that time, and I just never questioned it.
Aye, so there's a rugby game on. Scotland against, I don't know if it's the Wallabies, might be the All Blacks or fucking.
Body wankers down there all quaffing their beers, watching the game, no bother. I mean, we turn up on a beer and get slapped in the back of the heat, you know what I mean?
Aye, so they must not be able to buy them all. Because obviously it's just the other end of the railway track, isn't it? Murrayfield to Tynecastle. So, seemingly that's why we're late at night. I don't know.
Yeah. Did you see Magoo's Wheeler on fucking Facebook?
Oh, looking for tickets?
What age is Magoo's wee lad?
Same age maybe about 9 or 10.
So he's 9 years old. He's on Facebook going, any spare for Hertz, money's there.
I did see it, aye.
Fuck, I nearly collapsed laughing in the house. What the fuck? Like father, like son.
You're saying that, Marty, right? But I mean, at least it's funny. Danny used follow that, like say like spares on fucking, and just some people are just wired to the moon. Do you know what I mean? Like, and there was one saying the other day, it's my bird's birthday, looking to take it to Tynecastle, looking for 2 tickets. Must be together.
Well, see when I text Seamus was away doing his tour. My mate Seamus, his thing is to go to every country in the world. Done brilliant for himself, fucking legend. See, goes to every Celtic game, home and away, Europe a lot. And he was earning, was it Costa Rica, then Nicaragua, and I think he's back yesterday or something. So he's a major man for the tickets. So I text him and he's like, Tynecastle, any chance? He's like, what, you looking for 3 together? He says, I've got 3 in the second back row together if you want. I fucking like, fuck off, you cunt.
What the fuck?
Aye. So that's it. It's like, it's awful, you know, and you feel fucking terrible for the ones that go every week. And so, Scott, how did, obviously you got it through your bus? Was it by?
No, I never go through my bus, mate. I never get through my bus. No, Corporato people with me, mate. I get so I think they're due 4 tickets for every game. But there's another guy who takes 2 off and I take 2 off him generally. But you know, once it gets tight, he goes down to 1. So obviously they can't only get 1. And usually this other guy takes it, but he can't make the game. So he's like, I'll tell him you want it. I was like, fucking right. So that's the only reason I go to it. Because I'm out the fucking ballot for the bus now.
How's
the
that?
other bus only got 1 ticket.
How are you at the ballot? Have you dropped in the rankings?
Fuck, I made a decision. I made a decision to go and watch my Wayne's team instead of going to Motherwell. So I'm out the ballot. You've got to have been to 30 out of the last 40. So the next one that comes up that counts brings me back up. So by the time we fucking play the Huns at the end of the season to win the league, I'll be there.
Right, I got you.
So I'm at 37 out of 40 now.
You need to hope then somebody doesn't go to you again, so that you jump above them.
No. So
I get you, because you'll keep going to all the games and then.
So like, see, if we don't get more than 7 tickets, the game doesn't count. Do you know what I mean? So nobody gets a point for, nobody gets a point off. So next games, let's think about the game. Next games that probably count will be Dundee, right? Because we only get 5 for Aberdeen. Next one that probably counts will be Dundee. And see, if I go to Dundee, then I've got Kilmarnock for 2020. February 2020 comes off my record and puts me back up to 38. And then I'm back in the ballot.
Got you. Don't get me wrong, that's a fair way of doing it.
Yeah. It's fair, then it's no fair. How people can't, but however, see, to be honest, in this day and age, there is no 100% bang on way to do this.
No, I know. And you know yourself, we'll be up there in the morning, you'll see folk that you don't see at games, and they'll just be standing there. Some guy with their misses and stuff like that. And you're like,
Aye.
never see you here, but it's just the way of the world. You know,
mate, I remember going to Ibrox. I remember that time I went to Ibrox. I went to Wands, and you're looking about you, and there's guys you know who have just paid a fortune for that ticket because they can, and you're sitting going, fuck off, he's piece, you know what I mean? But again, like I said, I always felt bad about taking these tickets until you said to me, Scott, you go fucking everywhere, and I was like, aye, that's a fair point. Where the fuck
exactly. I don't ever feel bad about taking a ticket. I've been watching Celtic for about 5.
Exactly, man.
You know, and it's like, but I know I don't go to as many games as some folk, and there'll be people that go to more games than me.
Aye, yep. Look,
that haven't gone.
Exactly. I mean, the thing we say about Magoo, I laugh at Magoo. I think Magoo's fucking radio rental, but the cunt, he's there. He's there. You know what I mean? I mean, even wee Stephen. No, maybe Stephen goes fucking everywhere.
Hey, wee Stephen, Magoo.
Everywhere, man.
Let me tell you a story about them. Hibs at Hame.
Oh, here we go.
Hibs at Hame in a few weeks. Where are they going to be?
Go on.
The last ever derby at Goodison Park.
Oh.
Will you be there?
I'll be at Hibs. There you go. See, Stephen's now saying to Magoo, I think we'll beat the cunts. The old fucking Everton missionaries fucking worked his wisdom with Stephen.
Oh,
no, I've got.
Man.
I tell you who else is going to be there. Faker.
Is he? Aye.
Sorted them out. How many's missing?
Fantastic.
Superb. That'll be fucking electric. Is that his first time there? That's his first time there, aye.
Fucking. See if it's his first time there. He's not getting them. Fucking hell. No. he texted me a while back, right? And so I love the cunt. He's a great guy. You know yourself. And he said to me, look, off chance, mate, any chance, fucking, can you do this? Blah, blah, blah. So I made a few phone calls and so I bought 4 tickets. So I text him back and I says, I'll go to the tickets. He's like, you're kidding me on. I says, no, I'll go to 2 tickets. He's like, right. And then Magoo said to me, Stevens asked me to go down to the game. So I can't believe I'm not going to it, to be honest with you, right? But as I've said, I've got one team. No, seriously.
I'm laughing in an affirmative way.
I'll tell you another thing. See, Mick Jones, young Michael Jones' dad, Mick Jones and Steve Parker are coming up to the Hibs game. They're not even going to the derby. They're coming up to watch it with us. So they're coming to the game with us. But so
I think we're fucking just getting out the way in case they get doing.
Well, you would think.
I'm all kidding.
You would think the last ever derby, but they're like, fuck it, you know, fucking no bother arse. But they're coming up. Steve Parker's fucking selling daft now. Since he started coming up with Mick to the games, he's fucking half his nut now. He's fucking never been to see Celtic in his life till about 2 years ago. Guys, and he's coming up to 60. Mad Everton fan, fucking lunatic. And
see the thing is, Jason, to be honest, right? When you're so hard into your football, and then you go and experience another different but equally fantastic football experience,
aye.
It grabs you by the balls. It's the same as me and you when we talk about German football. You know what I mean?
Aye.
We love it. We love that whole German fucking power. Right down. It's no Celtic. It'll never be fucking Celtic. However, it's good enough to kind of go, I'd do this again. And you've got it with Everton. Had it with Dortmund, do you know what I mean? No go to any more the fucks. But
have you know?
Nah, no evidence of this stuff, mate. Nah, I can't. Just knowing any good grace, I can't.
Aye.
Did you see the message they put out about after that thing in Amsterdam?
I was going to ask about this at some point. Like, I didn't see.
Did you not see it, Jason? Man, it's fucking disgusting, mate. Disgusting. And the thing is, like, I spoke about it even on that Red Bull podcast with that boy. I'm kind of going, man, I gave a fuck about this team, but Marty's jumped on it right for the off, and he's fucking right on the button. They're one of their own fans in fucking Palestine died the day before, and then the next day they're fucking celebrating a year
I've seen that.
of the terrible Hamas things. And then the thing happened with Maccabi Tel Aviv, and everybody knew what happened. We all saw the videos. We saw that they were cunts, and they came out and went, we are supporting Maccabi Tel Aviv fans against this anti-Semitism. Honest, and you're sitting going, "You just fucks, man, absolute grade A fucks." So nah, I'll not be seeing them.
Do you know, it's horrible. And see, when I see Sam Pauly strips, now I get the bulk. I'd never ever went to watch them, right? I love football in Germany, go to watch football teams in Germany, but I've never had a German team. I don't look. And do you know what the funny thing is, right? See the Hibs game. I've got to get me and Linda met a couple in Puglia a couple of years ago, guy Benji and his wife Andrea, and he's a Bayern Munich fan, but he lives in Stuttgart, and he's coming here, and I'm taking him to the game, and I've never broached that subject with him, but he's a cool guy, and he's like very kind of similar to us, you know. And I'm
Bayern Munich, see the Bayern Munich again. With such a big club, I would imagine they've generally, and from a city like Munich, they would have a very, very diverse support. Do you know what I mean? I think they would have left, right, up, down, fucking left. However, their ultras, for a long time, have generally been on the right of fucking situations.
They're left wing, their ultras.
Huh?
Their ultras left wing.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's sorry. I mean, right in terms of right. Do you know what I mean?
Correct.
They've always been on the kind of, for me, the correct path. But I think Germany and with the whole Israel thing is a bit. I don't know.
It's just a guilt complex. It's just fucking mental.
But we've done this fucking. But anyway, Hertz.
So, Alistair Johnson and Carter Vickers didn't train, but I would expect both to start.
Has any has watched Rogers' press conference? Because I'm kind of hoping somebody asked the question.
No, I didn't.
I watched about half of it. I didn't get all of it. So
thanks, Joe. He's off an answer then, Joe.
The half you watch mention Alistair Johnson or Carter Vickers.
But I would expect both of them to fucking start. Fuck's sake.
Well, you would have heard about it in the chats. Put it that way.
Well, Carter Vickers played against Ripple, so
he didn't play against Kilmarnock.
No, but he played against Kilmarnock. He never went away with America, which was good.
But my point being is will he hold him off then and just play him next week? Is he so basically is he doing a reverse Lubo? Is he using Carter Vickers to get us through the Champions League campaign, not playing him domestically? Because, I mean, Hearts have been fucking diabolical. Like, if you've watched their highlights, they're fucking terrible. And Shankland just is having a real stinker of a season. But knowing our luck, this will be the fucking game. He decided to fucking...
Well, Marty, I want to hold you to task here, right? I reckon this new guy is actually doing all right with him. And
well, fair enough. I've only seen their highlights.
We get in for the Kilmarnock game to the Railway Tavern after the bus wrapped us off, and I'd one pint. And I watched the last 30 minutes of their game at Ibrox, and they were camped in Rangers' box for the second half of our scene. And they get beat 2-0, right? But the Rangers, was it 1-0? 1-0. I thought they scored a goal.
No, they get beat off the Germans.
Sorry. But they camped in their box in the second half, and they were excellent. No, the Rangers are that good a side, but they played really, really well. And I think this new manager they've got, I think he'll turn them round. I think he'll do well for them. And obviously they've signed that new deal now with the Tony Bloom's mob.
Yeah, well, that's incidental. The new,
that's not going to make a difference.
But the fact is, as you say, Jason, right? So he got appointed. They get beat off Aberdeen 3-2, and he got appointed on the 15th. They went and battered St Mirren 4-0. They beat Ammonia 2-0. They drew 1 each with Hibs. They beat 2-1 off of Kelly. They beat St Johnstone 2-1, and then they get beat 2-0 off of Heidenheim. By all counts, they were
the better team. I watched it, Scott. They were brilliant. They should have scored 3 or 4.
And then they went to Ibrox and they get beat 1-0 because it's in their contract to get beat Ibrox. But so not whilst I kind of agree with both of you, with you, Jason, I think it's going to be a tough game because it's always a stinker of a game because they fucking hate us as much as the Huns. And with Marty, we should be getting all there, doing the job and getting the fuck out of Dodge. I mean, Jason, we were on that Kilmarnock game. I would guarantee that 99% of that crowd, after the first 15 minutes, went, do you know what? Let's just get the fucking win. Let's just get the win and get the fuck out of here. Because Celtic were honky tonk against Kilmarnock, but we got the win.
See when you look back in the Kilmarnock game, but right, they had as many chances as us.
Mm-hmm.
We had a couple of gilt-edged chances that we didn't put away as well, so it could have been so much different. But they did kind of. I mean, they matched us. They deserved. Obviously, they didn't deserve a draw because they didn't put the ball in the net, but they did match us, and they had as many chances as us. But obviously, we got a bit lucky. I'm saying lucky, but the McGregor ball in, either didn't get a touch, but the goalie was. It's a cunt if you're a goalie, you know, something like that coming in, because you're wondering if either gets a touch, it's going the other side of the goal. If he doesn't get a touch, would he do? But anyway, we got lucky there, couldn't score a cracker, but we had other chances, Kyogo, and we had a few chances, but they had a couple of belters. You know, they had some real good chances. That Schmeichel made some good saves, but they were a couple by the post and stuff like that. So that was like a 50-50 game, and 100% Scott, you're just delighted to go there with 3 points.
Yeah, 100%.
We go up to Hertz, and I'll just be happy to get away with 3 points.
Yeah,
but I think they're definitely going to be on the up. I think that manager seems he's got a wee bit about him.
But the fact of the matter is, Jason, no matter two ways you think about it, we're better than Heidenheim.
Aye, definitely.
Heidenheim walked into their midden and took the 2 points. You said they played well. And Kilmarnock went to their midden. They were a goal down at half time. We ended up winning 2-1, and we're better than Kilmarnock.
Aye, without a doubt, we should win. You know, it's the same players.
As Marty says, I would love Carter Vickers for these 2 games, and then stick him back in the fucking polystyrene box fucking for Ross County. You know what I mean? But I would want Vickers for this game. What are we saying about Johnson? Do you think Johnson was just kind of doing all his fucking contract stuff because there's been nothing about him? You know what I mean?
Well, you'd like to think with a lot of money, so we should be tying up all our.
No, I know. We'll come to the Johnson deal. I'm just saying why he wasn't training.
Oh, training side, I don't know. Unless maybe.
I just presume he was away doing shit.
He may have been, but he may have had a wee niggle or something, and they were just not. No, I mean, what's the point? There's no point fucking risking him.
So what are we thinking about the new contract? I think that's brilliant.
It's fucking it's outstanding. It really is. Like, and he seems to be a good person. Do you know what I mean? He seems to be a good, lively guy. You know, he always looks like he's fucking about to fucking win the lotto. You know what I mean? He's big, cheesy grin. Anytime you see him, and he was brilliant. But I hadn't even fucking mentioned the Christmas video yet.
Oh, brilliant. Fucking brilliant. It's on my list. Fucking brilliant.
Seen him in that, like, and that was the night we were at the Dundee game, and they were doing all the filming for it. They held the bus back. You see Tony Roper coming off the bus, and Alistair Johnson, a couple of them on the bus when we walked up. They were doing that kind of filming bit. And then where we were sitting just in front of the boys was where Tony Roper came out onto the pitch to be filmed, you know. So it's
a wee shout out to Ellen Flanagan. She was the old Tony Roper's wife, dressed up, sitting in the crowd.
I know it's tradition now, led by Jason Higgins, but I'm going for a pee.
Hey.
But see that Celtic video. I mean, they slag Celtic and whatever, but see every year, does that not just make you want to greet when you watch it?
Bang on the money.
The tone is brilliant. The tone's fantastic. I mean,
bang on the money.
See, this time of year, you want to eat a bit of Christmas cheese. You do, right? And Celtic, I've done it bad in the past, but see, every year in the past, fucking, I don't know, 7-8 years, it's got better and better and better and better.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
so good.
They got Scott Brown back in a Celtic jersey. I mean,
Joe Hart, yeah,
because you love that guy more.
And what about Greg Taylor? Sorry. It's absolutely brilliant. It's so good. And it's you watch it again, you see wee things, and it's just great. And all the Japanese kids and that, it's just so good, man. It's just brilliant. Just warms the cockles of your heart. It's amazing.
And of course, the star of the whole thing is Joe.
Tony Roper's just fabulous. Like,
Right?
do you know what I mean?
I mean fucking Joe. It had to be Joe. Like, I can't fuck Tony Roper.
Oh, he had to be Joe.
Aye, he had to be a Joe. Like,
yeah, fuck. As well didn't ask you to do something. He'd have fitted the bill, no fucking sweat.
you fat cunt.
Fuck's sake. By the way, folks, just to let you know, what time's it now? How long
It is now. We've been on for an hour and 50 minutes.
Okay, so look, over the last hour and 50 minutes,
Pardon me.
the total of our appeal has gone up to 1,150 fucking quid since we've been on air.
It's gone up about £250 since we've been on.
So thank you so much to everybody who has been listening and has decided to chuck in a $5 or a £10. There's one donation in there for £100, which is unreal. That fucking maniac Shawnee over in Boston has banged in 50 quid too. So look, total appreciation for you. That's unreal. Really is unreal. That's also, we're a third of the way towards our total of $3,000 already. You know, so. And
a big thanks to Marty Geldorf, to be honest with you.
Give us your bloody money.
Give us your fucking money, you fucking country.
Lads, just to give you a bit of kind of worrying news. So, you know yourselves, guys, you all have wee house parties and people leave a bit of beer here and there, and every now and then you'll get to a point where you're just kind of going through the remnants that people left. Well, this was quite a while ago, and I'm kind of getting to the bottom to it. And I have to say, somebody brought a 0.0 beer into my house. The fuck is happening in this world,
you need
man?
to fucking punt him out.
I see. I had a friend do at one point, and I said, "Listen,
he's not your friend anymore."
I know, but I keep sending him pictures of it in my fridge, going, "Never."
Do
you know what, Scott? I'm actually contemplating tomorrow bringing the can coat out of retirement.
Oh,
Jason, man,
Jason,
ever since I said I wasn't coming with you, you've just kind of shot my head by saying I'm getting free beer. I'm going to dance on my head.
Got a new
can coats on the road. Can coats on the road.
A new wee winter jacket I was going to wear, but do you know the can coat is like? It's got happy memories.
I think Marty's seen it. I've got a jacket, right? I bought it. I'll tell you where I got it for Liam. Do you remember Liam has his days? Liam will remember this jacket from his Union days. But I was in the Union Berlin shop to buy my usual duck and scarf and right? And they were doing a range. What the fuck is happening? They were doing a range of clothing, and it was basically green, white, and gold, or green, white, and orange. So I went and bought this jacket. It's like a big tricolour, a sideways tricolour jacket, right? And I fucking love it. And I wore it to Kilmarnock, and I fucking reached up and I realised there was a big rip for fucking one bit right down my oakster, right down the side. I was like, fucking hell, man. So I gave it to my mum. My mum went and got it fixed for me. And I've since found out that my mum thinks that it's bloody awful looking, and my missus fucking hates that jacket. So
are they all calling it that fucking jacket?
That fucking the jacket.
Do you think? See while you're on about jackets here, and we're talking about hats away, etc. Should you know wear the little jacket? I mean, times have passed. Can we not tell the story? You know,
I've told that
story. Hold on, but it needs to resurface though. Now
I don't think you actually tell the story. I think we need to keep quiet.
No, I've definitely told it, but I'll tell it again. No problem. No problem at all.
I think you should do it, Scott. Go and
really?
tell the story. I love it.
See, there is an added frustration to the story, right? So, basically, Hearts have cut out that. I apologise to everybody who's heard this story. If you haven't heard it, it'll probably annoy you and make you laugh or fucking whatever. I don't know. Anyway.
Nobody
So-
listening to this podcast has ever heard a story twice.
Yeah,
You'd be the first person.
exactly. So I was the fortunate guy.
Who the fuck? So, are you playing fucking foosball? What the fuck's happening?
Right, hold on.
Oh,
Put me on mute. Okay, I'm fucking. That's it.
Ding dong, fuck off. Go
Go
ahead, Bert.
Right, so Hearts away, they cut the allocation 700. I was in the ballot at this point, Jabo, and I was, along with the president of the bus, I was fortunate to pull a ticket for the game, right? So we went through, and I bought my wine. I've got my wee half bottle of wine, and I've put it in a Coke bowl. And I've just got it in my pocket, and I'm having beers. The coppers are all fine. We're having a good day, brilliant. And I've walked up, and Jason, you were at that game, I'm thinking.
Yep.
And you remember that the stewarding was quite fucking mental for fucking 700 for the 700s. Right? It was copper vans everywhere, man. Right? Basically, it was a copper to every fucking fan. And so I've sauntered up, and I've got the Coke bottle. So I pushed the Coke bottle down a wee bit down my trousers. And this steward, fucking hell, he's went off his nut. He's like, what's this? What's this? And he's pointing and he's shouting, officer, officer. And I'm going, oh, fuck off, man. And he's going, officer, I don't know what that is. That could be a weapon. I think that might be pyrotechnics. And I was like, so I fucking pulled the bottle out, and he's like, what is it? And I was like, it's a bottle of cola, my man. And he's like, officer, officer. And the copper's stoned, and the copper's embarrassed by this fucking clown shoe. And he's going, right, well, why have you got it there? And I was like, because you'll take it off me. Yeah, of course I'll take it off you. I mean, why do you think you can get in the game with this? Why have you got it? And I was like, because the cola in there's crap, my man. You know it's crap. I'm just going to drink it again. And he's like, I don't think that's cola. And I was like, what is it, a pyrotechnic? And he's like, that seal's broke. Officer, officer. And he shouts at a copper, and he grabs me. He would have think he was doing a citizen's arrest. And he fucking went, now, was that bottle of cola worth the game? He takes the ticket off me and fucks me up. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding, man? Eh? So I fucking made a cunt of this. I'm devastated, man, right? So I'm sitting on a fence. Then I've got this fucking arsehole woman coming up and going, how do you know again? And I was like, I tried to get a baby in. You could have gave me that ticket. And I was like, aye, that's what I would have done. I was just to walk up here and give it to you, you fucking clown shoe, right? So anyway, I've got a few drinks in.
What a day already. Fuck me.
Right? No, but Joe, see, Ori, you could have given me that ticket. Aye. Fucking, I could have given it to some kind of light. I know you fucking
Got a set bar to it. Who the fuck knows?
So for those who've been to Tynecastle, as you walk round past the wee bowling green thing, there's a wee bridge, and you can go under the bridge before the game, but after the game it's all secured off. So I've come up with a plan in my head. I'm going to try again the Hearts end. Right, so I've walked up, and at this point I've got a Celtic hat on, a Celtic jacket, and a Celtic scarf. So I've taken the Celtic scarf off, I've wrapped it round inside. So I've just got the jacket on, and I've put the hat in my pocket. And I've walked up, and I'm trying to get in a couple of charity shops, right? So I'm walked by, what the fuck is that pub? Tynecastle Arms. Walked by the Tynecastle Arms, and amazingly, the two guys who run our bus, who drove the bus, was trying to get in, but they weren't letting them in. So I've walked in, and I've tried to get into a charity shop, and the charity shop's shut. And then I went to an Aldi, and sure enough, Aldi are doing big fucking working jackets. I think like 15 quid, and I was like, right, perfect. So I fucked on this working jacket, and I've walked around in the Hearts end. So I'm in the Hearts end, and I'm fucking cuts again, and I was like, lads, you'll never guess what's happened. I forgot my season ticket. Can I just pay in? And they're like, what? Can you not go and get it? And I was like, no, the fucking game started. Just let us in. By this point, Celtic are already 1-0 up. Right? I've heard the go. So I was like, I'm missing the fucking game. And the guy's like, no. And I said, well, can I not just give you 40 nick and you could just let us in? And sure enough, I don't know if it's a fucking remit. Officer! I was like, for fuck's sake. Anyway, I've walked away from him. And as you're walking down Gorgie Road, between the Celtic Way entrance and the Hertz entrance, there's a wee ducat down as well. So I've started walking down, and 4 stewards have come out the door and they've just started laughing. So they must have fucking videoed or radioed round, right, that this fucking Duval is coming round trying to get in. So anyway, they started laughing. They were shaking their head, and I was like, right, fuck. So I walked by the Tynecastle Arms, and sure enough, there's nobody on the door. I was like, fuck, I'll just jump in. I'll just jump in and watch in here. For whatever fucking reason, I don't know, but I'll just watch in here. So I went in, and as I say, Celtic already 1-0 up. And I plunked myself down and I'm watching the game. And there's 3 guys sitting across from me, and they've all got brand new heart scarves on. Now, like heart scarves that like football scarves that a normal fan would never fucking buy. You know what I mean? And they're brand new. And I'm sitting looking at them, and I was like, all right, lads. And they're like, oh, yeah. So it turns out all 3 of them are German. Right? And I was like, fuck, aye. What are you doing sitting in the pub? Well, we thought we would get tickets, but there was no tickets. I was like, yeah, aye, okay. And I was like, I made a cunt. I had a ticket, you know what I mean? They're like, what fucking. So it turns out they were off for the weekend to Edinburgh. They went to Ibrox the day before. Hibs were playing at Ibrox, and they managed to get tickets for that. And they were hoping to get tickets. They never got tickets anyway. So I'm sitting with him, and then Celtic score again. Boom. Celtic 2-0 up. Hearts are fucking reeking, man. And the Tynecastle Arms, unbeknownst to me, because I'm kind of watching the game, it's getting fucking busier and busier. I mean, it's filling up here, man, right? And do you know that way you're kind of. So anyway, I'm sitting with these German boys, and these 4 lasses come in, they sit at a table right beside us. And so they're all a bit of widos, and they start chatting about the Germans. And they've turned to me and went, are you German or not? And I was like, nah. And they're like, all right, what's your story then? And I was like, well, I'm a Tim. Okay. So they're like, you're fucking what? And I was like, well, fucking this. And I explained it, and they're all laughing, right? So they were sound. So anyway, I'm sitting with him, and Celtic are doing the job, you know what I mean? Celtic are looking fucking magic. And one of the lasses has fucking poked me in the side and went, you need to stop smiling. You know what I mean? So do you remember, what was the score when we got the penalty? Remember we got a penalty for fuck all?
Oh, I can't mind.
We got a penalty for nothing. But I was at the bar buying a pint at this point, and sure enough, did I know getting involved? I'm stressing. The pub is chock-a-block. It's like 25 minutes in, and this pub is fucking heaving with Hearts fans who have been at the game, have all walked out. So they're all raging. And at this point, I'm kind of going, what am I doing, man? You know what I mean? So anyway, I'm up at the bar buying a pint, and fucking this guy fucking batters me in the side. And I'm like, oh, fuck. And he's like, what do you mean of that? Look at this fucking penalty. Look at these fiending bastards, right? And I'm like, and I've looked up and went, fucking typical, innit? You know what I mean? I'm like, what do you say? And this guy that guy from another side pokes me. And I'm like, I've looked at him, and he's like, well, what do you know about football? And I was like, well, I've played football, innit? And he's like, well, it's a penalty, innit? So these 2 Hearts fans are arguing with me as a kind of conduit in the middle. Do you know what I mean? Well, what do you think? Have you ever seen like that Harry Enfield sketch where they've got the wee guy, and the wee guy just keeps agreeing with every cunt? This is fucking me in the middle, right? But fair fucks to one of the lasses, because they've clocked dab in the middle of this, and they've launched a heart scarf at me and went, you've trapped that. And I was like, fucking thanks for that. I mean, that was very good of them, man.
You're just standing there going, I'm with you fellers.
Aye, basically, Joe. Basically, I'm kind of, but I'm laughing, right? Because I've got enough drink in me at this point that I'm no worried, even though all it would take is fucking.
Bonkers.
Nah,
You're in there.
A wrong turn.
See the wrong person comes into that.
Exactly,
pub,
mate.
you get wind that you're in there, you're gone.
I mean, you think about it. I'm sitting looking at my phone, and my phone's my wains with Celtic taps on. You know what I mean? So, like I say, I was suitably fucking drunk enough that nothing really harmed. The lassies looked after us. They ended up good company. One of the sons came in, and he was a big fella, and he could tell he's a Celtic fan, and he was raging with us. But then he calmed down, and we were sitting talking about Hearts, and we were talking about shit. And then I decided for this. So this is the last daftness of it. I left like 2 minutes to go or something. I was like, I'm just going to saunter around, right? Aye. And the lassie says, keep a hold of that scarf just in case you get any bother. And I was like, superstars, thank you very much. So I walked back around to that bit I was telling you about, the underpass that you usually. So I get there, and sure enough, the coppers have got the big metal hang up. So what I didn't know at the time was they basically get a wee daft truck. It's like a wee fucking flatbed truck, and the big metal thing just folds out. I never knew this. So anyway, I've got there, and the coppers are all standing there, and there's a wee door in the middle. And I was like, "Here, lads, can I get through there?" And I'm like, "Nah, no renew. It's too dodgy. Celtic fans coming out." And I was like, "Right, all right." And I'm sitting there, and I must have sat there for a good 4 minutes or something, just talking away to the coppers. And then I went, "Lads, I'm a Celtic fan." And they're like, "What?" And I was like, and I've took my stuff off and showed them. And I was like, "Ah, you can go then." And I was like, "Right, so just shocking." So I go in the bus, and every cunt's ripping into me, and I was like, actually, I had a brilliant day.
You were lucky, by the way.
Don't
get me wrong. See, the thing is, most football fans are upset.
Yeah, exactly.
And the thing is, if a Hearts fan had ended up Moor pub, just a normal fan, you'd be all right with the boy.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, definitely, Jason. Like I said, that boy I spoke for the Bruges thing, he was asking about Company Glasgow what it'd be like, but he's fucking long in the tooth. He's like, I fucking know the script. But I'm saying, in Glasgow, you'll be fine. You know what I mean? Unless you don't start any right wing push. You know what I mean?
They've got a right wing.
Well, this is well, that was the same as the wee Slovan dude, wasn't it? I mean, the wee Slovan dude was the nicest wee guy in the world. But then a load of these trumpet mates all turn up and fucking want to start fighting pubs. You know what I mean? So I mean, you can never. But so that was my time, Castle, and I've been getting slaughtered about it for years now. But I still have the jacket.
Well, it's kind of like a lucky charm now, isn't that? No.
Well, see, I think I said, "Fuck it, it's a terrible looking jacket, mate."
No.
So anyway, to get back to the game, the irony being, I don't really know what we're up against now because I've not seen any of theirs. Because I don't do my room 1-on-1 like until the second half of the season now because I've already done Hearts. So I don't know what kind of football they play. I don't know who's start. I mean, is Shankland even still getting a game? Because surely under this form, he must be due draft, no? Yes.
I couldn't tell you, but
well, Jason's a man here, isn't he? Because he's fucking watched him.
Well, aye, but I don't think there's any danger in getting drafted. And he's still putting himself about and doing what he does. You know, the ball's not getting in the net for him, but he's still a class player.
How does he know?
I know.
I mean, I watched him come home for Scotland. I was like, what the fucking point? You'd have been better at putting on Daniel Cummins.
I would say they're getting beat, right? 1-0 off the Huns, right? But they've beaten Ammonia and Nicosia, right? Conference League wins. I mean, they can't be that bad.
But Joe, come on now, right? Ammonia and Nicosia fucking were managed by Neil Lennon. And I don't say that lightly, but
I know. But a European win's a European win. Do you know what I mean?
No, I understand that. But we're talking about us going to. It's going to be a tough game, as it always is. But let's be honest about it. Celtic should be doing the job, especially this season.
I think our only concern should be injuries. At the end of the day, ahead of Bruges. Really, that's the only concern I really have.
Right. Well, but let's get the brass tacks in, right?
Yeah, I'm going for a P. 2 seconds.
What team are we playing?
I've just been talking for about 10 minutes and I realised Joe had put me on fucking mute.
You say Joe put me in fucking mute.
So I forgot. No, I forgot. That's what I'm saying. So
it's your fault. So why are you calling him Joe?
No,
stop bullying people, man.
I'm not. I'm just saying. Fuck's it, calm down. Jesus,
you can't do it. 21st century now, Marty. You can't bully people anymore.
No, Joe. He's looking at that jacket and he's getting himself into a rage and he just wants to take it out. and some cunt, so it's my fucking turn.
Me, I'm 3
Here.
beers and I'm fucking
You know,
as
Scott-
far removed from rage as you can get.
Scott, we're gonna need a picture of the jacket, so we are.
The jacket, right? I will have the jacket on the social media tomorrow.
Get the jacket up.
By the
Who's the
way,
fuck?
I'll tell you right now. The jacket. If you can imagine a worky jacket in Scotland, right? An all black worky jacket, it's a can coat. I think.
Ooh,
I think it's a can
coat.
coat.
The can. It's not called. It's called a can coat.
A little can coat.
Not a cannot coat.
Little by little.
A cannot coat.
So I
Very
fucking.
good.
I
So what were you
love-
saying for all 8 minutes?
Well, this is-
Aye.
this-
What
this
wisdom
is-
did we
this-
fucking to be glad over there?
This is what I was about to fucking say. I fucking love Tynecastle. I love it. What a fucking place to play football. It's great. I love going there. I haven't been in fucking years, but I used to love going there. I love us playing there. We'll fucking do them tomorrow. We'll be firing on full cylinders. The thing is, too, you've a wee bit, believe it or not, I actually think this has worked out well for us this Saturday night thing, because again, the players are getting another full night's fucking sleep tonight. They're not having to bounce up at for fuck's sake o'clock for a bus to Ross County or something like that. You know what I mean? So it's good that they get a wee bit of stretch time between the morning and the evening. I think it'll work well for us. You know, I'm going to get a couple of fucking soft ones and sit here and shout sectarian abuse at the TV and enjoy myself. I think we'll score early and often.
Yeah. I mean, it would be good. It would be good. As Jabo says, I would if you offered me a 1-0 sneaky win and I'd just take it. But I'm kind of with you. I think I thought for the first time ever, Marty, and I know you fucking hate it. I think the international break came at a decent time for us, especially what we're going fucking into. You know what I mean? What we're going into is fucking proper shit, fucking right up until the end of fucking January. So I ask you the question then: what's the team?
I think it's our full team goes out. Was my point earlier on. Apart from the fact that maybe he's holding back Cardiff Vickers for the Champions League games, so you're bringing in Trusty and you're bringing in Scales, and it's no problem.
Right. Well, it is. Let's presume Johnson's fit, or Johnson. Right. Let's presume Johnson had a niggle. I'm happy enough with Ralston starting it. Ralston's played 2 games for Scotland. I mean, in actual fact, Ralston's fucking in great form. I mean, so I wouldn't be upset if Ralston starts. And then left back, Taylor by. Hello?
Taylor, what?
Taylor or by.
Oh,
I would have Ian, but it looks like he's not staying, so it'll be Taylor.
Well, see all that carry on that he wasn't staying. Has that been confirmed?
Nothing, Jason. It's been.
Well,
No.
here's the thing: if he doesn't play, I think it tells a tale.
Well, I don't know, because I think Rogers
Sometimes
likes
Taylor
Taylor.
fits.
Taylor,
Mhm.
aye, and he's
I
done
think-
well at Tynecastle.
I think Taylor start.
I think he'll
So-
start.
So then centre backs. The irony being, right, Greg Taylor is a guy who generally comes with criticism. I have witnessed it with one of my best mates. He almost waiting for him to fucking do rang. Do you know, like that?
He's been absolutely amazing signing for us.
Mate, he has. And see the fact he's not signed a new deal yet, still kind of makes me think what's happening. But anyway, if Taylor or Bay starts, I'm happy. If Johnson or Ralph starts, I'm happy. Trusty has proven, I'd say a shitload of people rang. I mean, we were all kind of
Me
of the opinion that he needed to get games to prove what he was worth. However, the big boy's looking the part. He's looking like our future centre half for fucking years to come. I love him right now. He's looking great. His height gives me so much confidence. I'll tell you what else. he went down against Leipzig and he took a sore one, definite, and he did not want to fucking come off that pitch. Love it. Fucking love it. And then if Carter Vickers, if you want to give Carter Vickers another day, I'm happy enough with Scales. I think this will be a game for Scales. I can see Scales, but I would rather have Vickers playing. It then comes to midfield. Midfield's a big one. So Kuhn will play, Maeda will play, and then up front, Kyogo. What is in the middle? What is in the middle of the park?
Hatate? No? McGregor?
Callum McGregor for a start, right? Definitely.
100% Hatate and Callum McGregor.
Right.
And Engels will go in. That'll be a 3. Bernardo come
You
on.
think Engels will get in there?
Yeah.
I've got my doubts about Hatate starting.
No, I
Really?
think he'll start. Well, again, it depends on if they're tired from that trip. So maybe not. So McCann would be coming in then, maybe.
I wouldn't be upset with McCown coming in.
No, right.
And I certainly wouldn't be upset with Bernardo coming in.
No.
Which again is where to go right back to the discussion that you started about we needed white guys. We need to get to a point where the white guys selection is in abeyance. It's a discussion rather than no. If we're playing the best team, Maeda couldn't start. Whereas, do you remember when we were playing? And I know Abada was on and off, but do you remember you had a point you were kind of going, I don't know, Maeda, Abada, Jota. I don't know who I'd have. That's what we want, white guys. But see, right now we've just got two mega strong. We need a third mega strong white guy.
You're right, and it's a shame for Jamesy, right? But time waits for no man.
Exactly, mate. He's already a legend.
And 100%. But the thing is, there's no danger the South American kids coming in afore any two of them. Do you know what I mean? That's just not happening. So your wide men are nailed on. It's Kuhn and Maeda 100% of the time if they're fit. But the midfield's a great conversation. I love it because we've got so many. Like you've got 4. In fact, you've got 5. You've got McGregor. Right? You've got 5. You've got McGregor, Hatate, and Engels, and then you've got McCown, and you've got Bernardo. And Bernardo to me has been the most hard done by person in this team. But obviously the manager sees him day in, day out, but it never puts a fit rang for him. Obviously, he does put a fit rang every now and then, but he's class. He's an absolute class player. And I think once he gets into the team, I don't think you'll remove him for the team. I think he'll be the next Matt O'Reilly. And I mind we spoke about this in Matt O'Reilly. He said Bernardo's like, he's no a replacement for O'Reilly because he's not as good and whatever. I think he is. I think he's brilliant. I think he's really, really good. But he doesn't seem to get the chance. And when you watch Hatate against RB Leipzig, he was fucking magnificent. You know, he was so good. And he's shown what he can do now. But McGregor's obviously, he's nailed on. But the rest of them, I think, see for the other 4, you could take any 2 of the 4 and I would be confident. Look, McCown's brilliant at times.
Yeah.
You know, you could take any 2 of the 4. McGregor's the linchpin. But out the other 4, you could take any of the 2 of the 4.
But the great thing we're at the stage now, Jason, honestly, see next week against Ross County, I'd be content if Callum McGregor doesn't play. Do you know what I mean?
When tomorrow?
No, next Saturday against Ross County.
But here's the thing,
you come through because you're going to Aberdeen on the Wednesday.
I know.
I mean,
well, this is it. There has
do you
to
know
be
what I mean?
something.
And that's where we need to be, because we all want Callum McGregor to play. We all know what Callum McGregor does for our team, but we need to get to a point where Callum McGregor doesn't need to play every game. We've got to get to that point, and it's a big. Jason, you summed it up perfectly well for me, mate. Looking at our Celtic midfield is great now. See everything you said about Bernardo, but what we've got to get away from thinking, and I know it's hard for the boy as well, is that Fitbit isn't just an 11-man game anymore, especially when you get 5 subs. I mean, you want to start because but Bernardo, how many times has Bernardo come on the pitch and you've went, that was a waste of sub?
No,
Every time he comes on, you're like, and see, to be honest, that's magnificent. He's getting away, and he's a captain of the Portuguese under-21, and he's scoring goals for them. It's stuff like that. He looks mentally in a fantastic place.
And by the way, he scored major important goals for us.
No, I know.
He scored against the Dirty Dozen. Fucking, he's the guy for the big time.
The great thing is we've got him, Jason, and you've got Hatate, Engels, and McGregor, right? Three internationals, 2 full internationals, an under-21 international, and a recently retired international. And you've got Luke McCowan, who at this point is seemed to be a domestic player only. He'll be busting his hole to prove that he can go and play for A, for Celtic in Europe, and B, for Scotland. He'll be busting. And I think he's got all the ability to do it as well. And that's where we need to get everybody else.
Here's the thing, right? There's talk about that guy for Burnley, right? Seen it on the, I heard it on that radio. Kind of mean the captain of Burnley or whatever, a midfielder. There's talk about him, right? And I was a bit like, I don't see that. Well, obviously Roger said at the thing they're looking at a winger, right? But I don't see see always you want to improve, right? You want to improve. But see at the right minute the now, and it's maybe me being fucking green tinted glasses and whatever, but I don't actually think that we could improve our midfield. Obviously we could improve our midfield if we signed for Real Madrid and whatever, right? But as we stand at the minute in our standing in world football, I think our midfield is magnificent at the minute. And we've got so many to choose for that I don't see that as a point. You've always got to look at they could leave, right? Hatate could leave. McGregor's not going to leave, right? Luke McCown's not going to leave. Bernardo, I don't think he's going to leave, but you never know. But Hatate could definitely leave. And Engels could definitely leave. But Engels, for me, his first couple of games, I just thought he was the best fucking midfielder on the planet. I'm like, how the fuck did he sign this guy? But that's kind of tapered off a bit. He's maybe regressed a wee bit for what I thought and whatever. But I still think the boy's got absolutely everything in his locker. He could be an absolute superstar. But for what I thought he was going to be at the start to what I think he is now, I've kind of tapered my ambitions for him. But I still think he's got everything in the locker. But am I being daft saying that I don't think we could improve our midfield? Or it wouldn't even be good to try?
Well, we don't need to do it in January. There's other priority positions, but there could be bids coming in for fucking players in January.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's my point, Marty.
But that's what I'm saying is if we sell them, it's obviously going to come down to what's the decision Rodgers wants to make. Does he think that we can do without one of these fuckers and let him go and bank the money and spend it in the summertime, or would Rodgers go back out again straight away and buy another midfielder to keep the numbers up?
Well, lads. Yeah, something we're kind of forgetting. We've been linked with this boy Lennon Miller.
Well, that's another fine point. And I see, were we linked with Christian Eriksen?
No. Paul Parker, the former England and Man United player, said that if Eriksen was set to leave Man United, which has been the talk, then a move to Celtic would be a no-brainer for him. That's what he said. And I was actually, Christian Eriksen in the summer said that he's going to keep playing football until he can, be it in the park or whatever. And I remember in the summer going, by the way, I think Celtic should be touching him the new, because I think Eriksen would be a fucking great one for Celtic. Going back to our previous discussions about, do you remember we always spoke about bringing that experience in up front? I think Eriksen would be great to give that bit of class. Do you know what I mean? That somebody who could come in. However, where we are sitting now, what we've got in midfield, I would be more inclined to go to the Lennon Miller route. Obviously, Eriksen's 15 times a player Lennon Miller is now, but Lennon Miller's a future, Eriksen's a past. Do you know
But
what
the
I mean?
thing is, Gab, with the money to do fucking both.
No, I know. But
Lennon
there's no
Miller
point,
is the
there's no point
future,
in
as you
bringing
say.
somebody in not to play them, Marty.
So,
Well,
here's the thing, right? Lennon Miller, let's go into that. Would you be keen on signing him in January and just getting him back to Motherwell?
Yes,
100%
of course.
for another season and a half.
Or somewhere else. Get him into England. Get him down to England.
No. Keep him at Motherwell. Plays every week. You send him to England and they start dropping him and stuff like that, and his heat goes down.
Yeah.
Motherwell is... See Scott say the season and a half. I would be into that. Because I'll tell you one thing. See if we don't sign him the now and he leaves and he's a success wherever he goes, we're never signing him.
Exactly. Here's how do you remember one time I proposed a deal for Declan Gallagher and all the arseholes all called me a dumpling because it never ever happened, and then Everton done the fucking same deal a week later. But anyway, this is how I would do it. I would be purchasing him now, right, for a basic fee of 2 million plus add-ons, right? And I would loan him back for the next season and a half. And if he never hit targets at Motherwell, set by Celtic, then Celtic would just relinquish the deal and he would stay at Motherwell. There's how I would do it.
So that's a fucking waste of £2 million. There's no way Peter Law is going to put a deal like that out.
But I tell you, it's a gamble. And the thing is,
you're gambling on that bike. That boy's 18-year-old, Marty.
I know, but he could break his leg tomorrow. Do you know what I mean? That's sort of thing.
Marty, he signed a player at 6 million. Arne Engelsgaard broke his leg tomorrow.
No, I know, but that's my point. At least he breaks his
it's
fucking leg.
It's never going to happen, Marty. That's just me. Because I'm a fat cunt sitting on the radio talking to you.
Scott, I'm not adverse to that. Do you know what? See if you went to Motherwell, right?
Make it happen, J-Bo. You're in Motherwell now.
See if you went to Motherwell and said to them, right, we'll give you like £2 million no risk gamble. But if he progresses to what we think,
we'll pay the 3 million at the end of it.
We'll put another 2 million on top of it at the end of it. See if it doesn't, we'll just rip up the deal. You've got 2 million.
Do you know what we're doing there, J-Bo? Do you know what we're doing? And each one of us are old enough to remember when the Italians were all buying half a contract.
Aye.
Remember, guys, we've signed him for half a contract because we know he's a good one. And see if he doesn't, fuck it, we'll just. But we obviously can't buy half a contract.
It's a great. Do you know, I never thought of that way. I was thinking Mary just buying him, right, and loaning him back to Motherwell. But I would like him to have another season at Motherwell.
Yeah.
To
challenge
play.
Him.
Aye.
Get into Scotland. You know what I mean? Shows what you're worth. Because we don't want the boy to go back and kind of just think he's Billy Big Balls, which I don't think he is. Everything I've heard about him seems to be mega positive.
I've listened to a few podcasts and that with him talking and that, and he's Ellie's pal, his brother, you know, and he's like a lovely kid and just like totally.
And he's a tip.
You know, well, do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? His mum, God rest her, man, his mum died when he was a young kid. Did you listen to the interview? When he spoke about his mum dying, it was Radio Scotland or something, or Radio Clyde. No. Can't mind, they'd done an interview. So his mum, so Lee Miller's wife, his mum, died when he was a young kid, and so his brothers, I think all the rest of his families they're obviously his brothers, etc., but they've got a different mum. So his stepmum, I think her family are all Celtic daft. So that's why he became Celtic daft.
Right.
Well, no,
Okay.
he didn't become Celtic daft, sorry. They took him to Celtic games, whatever. But he's just a football player. You know, he's like, but I think that's where it came from. You know.
Right. So Kenny has flung this: midfield is the least of a worry. Fullback is, in my opinion, a priority. Right. My answer to that, Kenny, is the opportunity seems to be here right now, and it's got to be. It's no go. I mean, it seems like people are looking at him this summer. The Motherwell fan Mitch I was speaking to seems to think he'll be away next summer. So we need to make a decision now.
Aye.
And this boy is the future of Scottish football in terms of midfield. Now, I agree with you. Fullbacks, certainly another left back seems to be. However, if you've got something fucking facing you, you need to make a decision, and we don't want regrets. So there's my opinion on it.
No, 100%, Scott. I agree with you. As I said before, if he leaves Motherwell, see if I was him, right, and he's 18 or whatever, right? So it's young, but
still very young.
To hell with it, right? In Italy, Scottish players fucking stock is high. You know, they've seen what they've all done, and I'm sure there'll be a ton of teams in Italy looking at him, because you've seen what Lewis Ferguson's done, that fucking Billy Gilmore's doing, McTominay's doing, you know, and there's other ones that's went out there.
Alan Hickey, what he done, what fucking Doig has done.
Aye. And they'll be saying, fucking, we can get this guy for a song here, you know. So there'll be teams out there who'll be looking at him, and maybe not so much England, they're fucking snobby, they'll be looking at South American markets and whatever. But there's definitely opportunities there that there'll be teams coming in for him. And see, once he goes there, like imagine Celtic trying to sign Lewis Ferguson now. You wouldn't be signing him for, obviously, if the boy hopefully gets fit and starts making. He was Bologna's best player, you know, with their best ever finish of the season. They get injured near the end of the year. If you went to sign, he was going to Juventus, I think. You know, if Miller goes out to Italy and he goes to like a provincial team or whatever, somebody like, I don't know, even your Atalanta's a provincial team, but they're fucking chance of winning Scudetto. But like, if he goes to a team that's sitting in the middle of the Italian league and is a bomb, there's no chance we'll ever sign him again.
Ever.
It's gone.
Yeah.
It's totally gone. And so for a $4 million gamble to sign a homegrown player that could be the future of your club, I think it's the money we've got in the bank, it's got to be worth it.
And I think we do underestimate the whole homegrown thing.
Aye, because you need to have them in the Champions League.
And we should, Marty, you've always been an advocate. We should be signing the best players in Scotland. Yes? No?
Ding Dang Doo, he's not there. He's disappeared.
Right.
Right.
But
so, have we got to talk about Club Brugge?
That's what I was going to say, Scott. That's what I want to go on the next thing.
I haven't heard your podcast, but I will check it out tomorrow.
It's absolutely
it's good. It's good, man. Joe, it's good.
Without blowing smoke up your arse, right? You do an amazing thing with these podcasts. And I know some Celtic podcasts have copied you now and they've done all this. You were the first one to do it, right? Let's get that out there. Scott McCorry was the first person to actually do Room 1-on-1, and loads of them have now jumped on the bandwagon and started doing it. But at the end of the day, a gang of fucking drunken fucking idiots here, Scott McCorry, took it on himself to go and do it, and fair play to you, mate. You do a brilliant job. And see the research you do beforehand. And by the way, it's not a 10-minute job. You're actually fucking properly clued up in that club when you talk about them to the guy. Because you obviously do your reintroduction, that, then you give him, say, give a minute. And then you get into stuff and you're like, fucking hell, man. I'm like, stuff you know about these clubs. It's fucking... It's about my Independiente podcast that time. You know even as much as I do about Independiente.
Exactly, mate. Aye.
But you totally put your heart and soul in it, and it's absolutely brilliant. But for them that's no listening, get on it right now. The room 1-on-1 with Club Brugge guy, and the guy is an absolute gem, man. It's brilliant. I could listen to the guy all night.
It was, first of all, Jabo, thank you, and thanks to Marty and Joe, because you are always very generous. So, and I'll be honest, it would be you guys saying how much you like it. I mean, even Harper always says to me, Scott, that was excellent. So it's because we honestly we don't really get that many hits on it, but that's not why I do it. I enjoy it. I like it. This guy, it's funny to put a wee bit of backstory. So I sent a message to a thing called the Clocker podcast, and I said, would any of your guests speak English and be willing to come out of a pod? So eventually they text me back. I'll tell you when they text me back. They text me back on the way back from fucking Dortmund when I was sitting fucking sick as a parrot. But I was like, oh, that's good news. So we kept in touch, and then we agreed Thursday night that we're going to come on. And then boy texts me on Wednesday and says, fuck, I forgot. I've got something on Wednesday. And I was like, well, don't worry about it. We'll put it off to Sunday. He's like, no, I've got this guy. This guy is a proper fan. That was his words to me. And I was like, right, fuck, all right. So anyway, I got this boy's number and I sent him a text. I heard you're interested. And he says, yes, I'm interested. But tell me, how many followers do you have? What channels are you on? How long will the podcast? He asked me about 15 fucking questions. I'm like, who's this fucking walloper? You know what I mean? So I tell him, and I was like, fuck, this guy's got to be hard work. Turns out it's just that's just his. It was brilliant, man. He was a proper support. He was a proper football fan. I mean, I've said this to you when I do these podcasts. It's nice to get a journalist because they can give you a broader view. But I like talking to a football fan who's got a heart for it. See when it went, Jason, you've listened to it. See when it went on the rant about where the club used to be. It was brilliant, wasn't it, man? It was brilliant, man.
What when you asked him about, is it safe to say that, I can't mind the guy's name, but I put it on our text, is it safe to say he's a club legend? And then next thing he went on a fucking...
He went on this big rant, aye.
And at the end of the day, he says, he's a club legend. I was like, fucking get in there, son. He's like, we are now the biggest team in Belgium. We always played second fiddle to Anderlecht and Standard Liège. And I didn't know that Standard Liège came for the Wallonder end. But we'll go back to that with Liam and all that, saying that it's all just mixed. It's all just mixed. They all just speak fucking Flemish, German and French. It's all just... Is it fucking? It's totally split between the country, as I sent in that map, and all Bruges fans speak Flemish. They all speak Dutch. Well, it's Flemish, but it's a dialect of Dutch. He actually. Anyway, Liam, that's get out of you. Anyway.
Liam's getting the tent tonight. Fuck me.
It wasn't me, Liam. It wasn't me. It's usually me, but it's not me tonight.
But the point of that was I didn't realise Standard Liège were for the Wallonder region, which is. But anyway, see when
I would have liked to have spoke to him a wee bit more because I had some general, but we done an hour and I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good. The European guests are always good. Generally, they're always good. I mean, remember that Atletico Madrid fan? No, it scunnered me about that. I think we only get like 170 views, and I was like, that cunt was fucking dynamite. I
know.
But
so good, man, so good. It's like, can't believe mere folk don't listen to it because obviously he didn't get into any great detail about the game next week, etc. But he did cover it right. But I'm no interest. I love listening to the history of him and the history of the club, and that's the thing that gets me going. I could have listened to a guy for another 2 or 3 years.
Just talk about his team. I'm the same. I'm the same. Aye. No, I know. I certainly enjoyed that one. And once again, J-Bo, I've got his number. He's over. We'll maybe catch him for a pint. So
I wouldn't mind that, mate. Definitely.
But
I have been praying the church of Scott McCarty's Room 101 for several years now. If you listen to the Homeboys and you don't listen to Scott's one-on-ones, you're a stupid cunt, because they're so entertaining. They're fucking brilliant. I say, especially the ones from the Scottish teams. I know you're talking about European ones, but I really enjoy the Scottish team ones, and it's amazing. Like, it gives you a perspective of their fan bases that we never fucking see, because we're Celtic fans. We don't really give a fuck. So they're explaining things from their perspective. They're going, actually, you know what? That makes fucking fair bit of sense. Now that you explain it. So look, everybody should be listening to them. Telling you now. And as Jason said, every cunt has copied Scott. So why the fuck would you not listen to Scotsman? Because they're all copying him.
See the thing you said, Scotland, 100 odd. I can't believe that. Honest to God, the Homeboys gets thousands of listens, and nobody's clicking on the ears. That's fucking mental. Because, honest to God, I was actually the other part listening to it off, and I mind Harper saying that was a great listen, Scott, blah, blah, blah. So I put that Radio Clyde on, and I'm like, fuck, Harper mentioned about that, and I've only got a couple of hours before we're going to another show. And he put it on, and I stuck it on, and I was fucking enthralled. Honestly, it was amazing. What a listen. I swear to God, mate, and I'm not blowing smoke up your ass, but it was a proper quality listen. Just
here's the thing, Jason.
Two football fans going at it.
Here's the thing, Jason, too. Yet again, it's free. There are Celtic fans charging for this level of content.
Oh,
we're giving it for fucking crackpots. Do you know what I mean? That's it.
So Marty, when are you getting kneecap on then?
I actually don't know the fellas in kneecap, but
fuck.
It's time to find somebody that does.
I don't know.
I bought my wee girl. I was trying to tell you this earlier on. We'll move on to something else. I bought my wee girl their album. I got her in CD. My wee girl loves CDs. It's like fucking. She's all her music collections are all on CDs. She got a CD player for last Christmas. She thinks it's amazing. I'm like, what the fuck? The fuck is wrong with me? All the Taylor.
Every time somebody jumps at fucking.
all the fucking Taylor Swift albums and all on CD. I'm like, fucking hell, right? So I bought her the CD because she likes CDs, but I bought her the vinyl record. And have any of you seen the fucking vinyl record? It's a fucking tricolour.
It's a belter.
So I know somebody who knows him, and he took the record off me, and he's trying to get it signed for. I'm going to get it framed for Christmas for. So nice wee touch if I can get it. So look, if I bump into them, I'll say, "Tell them there's any fucking chance, lad. That's a crack." Try and get them on, but
get them out the fucking second and off one. Get them out, baby.
They're fucking. No, I mean they're not here. That's what the neighbour said. He said,
"Two in the world."
You have to wait the end of the month till they're back in the country, and I was like, "Oh, fair enough."
We're on the internet today. Fucking be any country.
That's it. I could say it. I could do a John Higgins fucking snooker. Do you want to just sign the record myself? Maybe
delete that.
Behind the curtain, Marty. Behind the curtain.
Hey, I can fucking sign all sorts. Get us a kneecap album. I'll sign it.
Here, you're more fucking famous than fucking kneecap, you cunty. Fuck's sake.
He's more famous than John Higgins, dude. John's signing fucking.
Jason Higgins jumper.
Here, by the way, I never tell you this. Paddy, when he did that, I think we were in Atlanta when he did that show in Glasgow. So Caitlin was at it, and she's like, "Jason, you've no fucking idea." She says there was a couple of rowdy boys down the front, so Paddy's zoned in on them. "All right, boys, wait, his father like wish you." I was like, "You know, fucking Jason Higgins."
That's what I'm loving. I mean, fucking John Higgins in the final.
Did they? Is the question.
I don't know.
John Higgins in the final of tournaments and cunts are leading Oregon. You related to Jason Higgins?
Fucking absolutely mad. Holy
Here,
fuck.
John Dano, even my Homeboys podcast. Or what?
Fuck's sake. Crazy. Here,
Right,
by the way,
are we
never
going to
mentioned.
talk about Club Brugge or that'll just do that?
Well, see, to be honest with you, I want to actually get a blether what you think about next week, because I'm a bit, we're all...
We've got Dale. I want to bring Dale on, but I don't want to bring him on until we're done what we're doing here, because I want to give Dale his platform. So we'll talk about this first, all right?
Go ahead.
No, Jason, I'm saying you finish what you're talking about. We'll do that first.
No, I would just want to talk about Club Brugge.
No, that's what I'm saying. We'll finish the Club Brugge chat and then we'll get Dale on and we'll let Dale fucking give his platform to tell us what's happening. So,
no worries. So, Club Brugge next week, it's fucking massive. They're sitting in 6 points, we've got 7 points, and it's fucking like, I mean, they, by all accounts, listen to your podcast, Scott, they're quite happy to fucking play the high pressing game and go for it, and we're quite happy to play a high pressing game and go for it. So it's going to be in, like, let's face it, they're probably on a par with us in the fitness sense.
Yeah.
So it could be a fucking almighty fucking tussle.
See the massive thing, I think, is this is their manager's first go to the Champions League. I think that's big, right? If you go and look at Club Brugge over the last 10 years, as Hans was talking about, they've been dining at the top table generally. They've been in the Champions League. They've been getting straight in the Champions League. However, as well us guys know, man, whoever is coaching your team is more important in your history at that precise moment, because he dictates what you're going to do. And Brendan Rodgers is learning. He's been here before. He's done it. We're just after a result against Atalanta where we all didn't think we could do it after the Dortmund. Proved us all right. We get a wee bit of luck on the night. Brilliant. We deserve a wee bit of fucking luck because we never got one smidge in it in Dortmund. And we put Bratislava to the sword in a way that we've not done in fucking years in Europe. We were bang on favourites and we walked out there as favourites and we played as favourites and we battered them. Dortmund was a huge kick in the balls, but we looked to have learned for it. We went to Atalanta, we get that draw like I says, and then we played Leipzig. And we all last time we spoke about it, we showered our team with compliments and they fucking deserve it. And they've put us in a position that we're up against a team, as Jason says, I think they're on par with us. Maybe somebody's eking a wee bit better, but I think the home game, Celtic Park, and I think we're the better team right now. And fuck me, you cunts know how much I hate being positive about shit. You know I hate it, but I can't deny what this team is doing now. And obviously we've still got Saturday to go. They've got Saturday to go as well. But I hope, and I'm talking about myself here, and I'm talking about you, Jason. I hope we turn up as fans for the team. I hope we fucking get everything we've got, because we're good enough to win this game. We're good enough to win this game comfortably. We're good enough to win this game by a smidgen, but we're good enough, and that's fucking brilliant. Mm-hmm. And that's brilliant. What a position to be in, boys. Know what I mean? We've sat in Champions League groups where we basically cross our fingers and hope for the best. We've been there. Do you know what I mean? And see right now, our destiny's in our own fucking hands, and it's doable. Club Brugge, imagine I say to you, you've got a Champions League group with Club Brugge, Young Boys of Bern, and Dynamo Zagreb. That's your group. you'd have your fucking Homebhoys out, wouldn't you? You'd be fucking stroking away, man.
Yep.
So, all eyes on the prize. Get it done. I mean, see if we win, and it's fucking hell, man.
I know.
And I think we can do it, Jason. That's it. This isn't a fucking Celtic. This isn't Celtic kind of going, by the way, I know they're champions of Europe, but see if they don't turn up, we could do it. This is a team in our level. Let's go and beat them.
Right,
Let's go and
exactly.
beat them, man.
And by the way, what more do you want?
Exactly.
What in a Champions League cauldron at Celtic Park against a team of your own level that you fancy yourself to beat them? Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
And the over 3,000 fans with them, Gina Wilde, it'll be the game of the. I'll be honest with you, this is the game of the league for us, because you've got young boys that are coming. They might bring a big support as well, blah blah. But Club Brugge, as you say, they've got a Champions League pedigree for the last few years, and they're going to bring a massive support. They're on a par with us. They'll fancy their chances. We'll fancy their chances. They're missing their big 6'6" striker, so the benefit to us.
I am fucking delighted by that.
Let's go and do them.
Jason, I'm going to interject. You listen to the podcast, and I swear, see if you watch it on YouTube, you want to see my face when he says it. He says he's under the biggest smile. I clocked myself in the wee hang. I was like, fuck. I couldn't have been happier. And I was like, fuck hell, man. Fucking happy days.
Super.
Right. We get that one. We are now at 3 hours.
You struggling here, Joe? Right. Okay. I'll get there on. And it's up to yourself. Right. Well, you know the script, boys. So.
Can you give us a couple of minutes? Or do you,
yeah. When you go.
I need to go and do a wee.
We just wait there.
Bring me sunshine. Joe, how come you're not coming off of the game? Do you know the Champions League?
No, I'm going to the Young Boys game.
Young Boys.
Because I'm an assistant coach now, the football team. So I actually have to be there at the coaching because you need to.
I laugh like you say you've been fucking telling this for a fucking month.
But I actually am, and I have to be there because you need 2 adults, the coaches, so I actually have to be there. So I finish work.
I'm going to bring Dale Boy in now, all right?
Right.
Mr. Boy. Dale was going for big baldy Fitcher, but I
was like, fuck that. There's no chance.
Well, Dale, how are you, pal?
Not bad, mate. How are you?
Well.
We're all good. It's
Who
late. Who
gives a fuck about us at this stage? Now, I mean, I'm about fucking 7 beer in.
I'm on the water now.
So I'm going to give you the stage in a second, right? So I'm just kind of going to. So Dale has kindly invited the Homeboys, and his wisdom, God bless him, to join a special event of his. He's going to promote it here, and he's going to tell us all about it, and basically that's it. So on you go, Dale boy.
Aye, mate. So, first of all, thanks for coming on. So, the 5th to the 8th of December, we're doing a kind of weekender podcast for the Kano Foundation. The last few years, we've just kind of done halls and quizzes and all that, but it's too much hassle, you know what I mean? So, aye, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, we're doing a weekender with different podcasts, ourselves, the Unrestricted View, the Homeboys, and different podcasts across the platforms that are interested. A few that aren't fucking interested, but we'll leave their names out it. I think most of your viewers will know what the Kano Foundation is, mate. The 100 and odd season tickets. Take kids to the game for free. Give them a wee feed, hats, scarves, and all that kind of stuff. So, we've been doing it for the last 4 or 5 years, mate, and we're just glad that folk have got it. get involved, mate, and get a wee bit of part of the weekend. It's the weekend of the Hibs game, the Hibs home game. So
Because you were
aye,
planning on having it fucking cup final weekend, weren't you, clever ass?
nah, I made a cunt to that, mate. Aye, I made a cunt to that.
Let's say swearing, Dale, here. It's a reputable podcast you're on here.
Family show, Del. I'm on the fuck here.
Fuck it, I'm fucking sorry about that, boys.
So double barrel swearing we do here. No, brilliant. Like you said, Dale, aim for the Kano, we're in. I mean, aim for
100%.
the Kano. We're well in. No, it should be good. I mean, so tell us again, have you got a wee script about what's happening then? So when it's starting on the Thursday night, is that correct?
Aye, so the Thursday night is going to be myself and Kev Moon and Joe Mackin.
Don't know them.
Nah, well,
Couple of fucking bombs is what I tell you.
Aye, we know them well.
aye. So Thursday night's going to be the Kano guys. Friday night will just be the Celtic supporters podcast talking on the usual pish, and then Saturday we've got the Celtic Down Under boys for Australia. We've got the Unrestricted View. And then Sunday it'll be yourselves and the Celtic Exchange. And then a sell again. So there'll be a lot of me talking pish and then a lot of you talking pish. So but we put a wee Just Giving page up anyway. We put it up for £500 and we're around about the $750 mark, you know. So we're doing all right, mate.
Good, mate.
Amazing.
Good stuff.
Well done.
Brilliant.
Aye, we'll share that again. Like I said to you, we'll share all that. So the Unrestricted View, Celts Down Under, Celtic Exchange and the Homeboys. So
Yeah.
who's the other BAMs then?
I don't know if there is any other bands out there,
I'm
is there?
only kidding on. I'm only kidding on. So no, we're looking forward to it. I mean, I don't know what we're going to be doing. So if Celtic play Hibs on a Saturday, we'll probably just do a fucking reaction show then, eh?
Aye.
Joe.
So
Hangover show, probably. A hangover show. So.
aye. Good chance of that, by the way.
Hangover show. We're fucking getting straight back on it, me, Jebo.
There you go. There you go. Aye, looking forward to it. What's our time then? And date? Because I'm terrible with fucking.
Half. Is it 6:30 on Sunday?
6:30 on a Sunday. We've got Joe.
6 on Sunday.
6:30 on a Sunday. That's witching hour. That is witching hour.
Well, you did. Dale, you do know how Joe runs these things, so about quarter to eight then.
We'll get you at 7 o'clock.
Aye, mate. I'll just pencil you in for the fucking Monday, eh?
Aye. The only great thing is you've got the Celtic Exchange on before us, so at least that way we can wake every cunt up after they board every cunt to death.
That's it. I'm saying fuck all, but I possibly agree.
Mate, we're gunning for every cunt. Where's Axon? Where are they pricks? Chase me, where are you, you big clown?
See our problems. We want someone to attack us. I mean, nobody will.
We're that irrelevant. They can't ever attack us.
Nobody gives a fuck about us.
We're the same, mate.
We're like
at this point.
We're like Scrappy Doo. Come on, motherfucker. Fuck off, you.
We're still getting to the ball, boys, Joe.
Right, what are we at now? We're fucking 3 hours. I ain't going to fucking bed.
Yeah.
Right, Dale, thank you so much. We're looking forward to doing this. And again, we'll share out all of the relevant information. And aye, folks, that was a good show.
Aye, thanks for that, lads. I appreciate it.
Nice one,
Cheers,
Dale.
Dale.
Good to speak to you, kid.
Dale,
Cheers, lads. Take care.
Just before we wrap her up, just going to wrap it up the fuck. Just going to say that basically...
Wrap it up the fuck.
in the 3 hours that we've been on this... No, he's not. That's the sound bites. In the 3 hours we've been on the show, the fundraiser has gone up by over £400. There you go.
Wow.
Super.
Wow.
Kudos to Marty Geldov.
He's fucking good, isn't he, man? He is good.
And he gets you going. He gets your wallet open. That's his biggest attribute.
I seen the
So
chat
did I
there.
ever tell you the time I was standing at a bar with him, right? So in fact, I was sitting down, it was just the two of us. And he was getting around in the boat around for another couple of people. And he shouts me up and I was like, what's up? He says, you don't fancy getting this? I don't want to break a 20. And I was like, any problem. So he went, goes and sat down there, but the round came to £19, the fucking miserable bastard.
Well, I can trump that because me and Linda in lockdown, we get a wee weekend away. Well, it was a wee night away up in Perthshire, to a wee overnight and whatever. And
we remember, J-Bo.
He clandestinely asked us where we were staying. So I tell him, and the next time me and Linda turned up and there was a bottle of wine and a bottle of wine and a bottle of champagne waiting for me and Linda turning up. So you're full of shite, McCory.
He's fucking murder. He's tight as fuck, man. I bet he crowdfunded that, Jason.
He's got an open mind, closed wallet. Folks, that was good fun.
Wait around, Joe. Wait around.
Oh.
God bless you.
I would appreciate it if he was even in time, but he's not. Right.
By the way, there was just to clear something up. Kenny said on there, so you're saying John Higgins cues are forged, you fuckers. That was once about 25 years ago. No, the rest of them are there, I can assure you. But one of them is. One out in the market is.
One of them, but we're not telling you about one is.
No, we're not telling you.
One is a mug.
It was not the day there. I think it was something done about 25 years ago. But...
Kerry, right. See everybody who's got a queue, they can play better apart from one is.
Folks. Listen, we'll talk to you next week. Hell.
Well done, Joe. Well done, guys.
Stuff.